Hey, Killer King Rod, if you want to get up here and talk about the globe Earth, I think that'll actually be a good bill. You know what I'm gonna do, man? I'm gonna throw the link out there just so you brothers can go on ahead and be in the back chat. So when I allow folks up here, I'm gonna get you up here. So King Rod, you welcome, man. We need globalists up here. So matter of fact, we're gonna get you up here real quick. You know what I'm gonna do for you, King Rod? We're gonna get you up here right away. We'll make everybody else wait. Because your questions and your observations, right, gonna lead into the whole flat earth conversation, the basics, and then I'll work my way up to the advanced parts when we get you off of here whenever you get through or whatever. And I ain't rushing you. You can take your time. But the link is in the chat room. You right on time, actually, King Rod. This gonna be perfect for this mystery school. You know what I'm saying? I like opposition, ain't an echo chamber, as they. We do got Big Dreads in the waiting room. So let's let him on here. King Rod, I don't see you, man. All right, let me edit the title real quick while we wait for this mic check from Dreads.
Oh, my check, my check. You hear me, brother?
Yeah, loud and clear. How you doing? Thanks for joining,
I'm
man.
doing no problem, family.
Yo, yeah, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. There's an individual say they want this smoke, so I want that. I want that smoke.
All right, and hopefully we can get some advanced knowledge for the flat earth community and also give this globalist the smoke at the same time. I think we'll be able to do that. That's what I'm hoping. So thanks for coming to give him that smoke. We waiting on him, man. If he come up here, we definitely gonna spar with him, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing and go head up with the brother, and I can moderate that and interject as need be. But let me go ahead and adjust this string. Anything you wanted to share on this topic in particular for while we wait on these guys to come up? I'm gonna make this an open panel, by the way.
Oh no, not the brother that's joining. He didn't call me out. It wasn't him, but I'm gonna give him the smoke too, since he bringing that globe earth shit to the table. But no, I got called out by somebody else, so he can't. I don't, man, this shit, everybody, most people probably know who it is, but it's your boy Alkaline. He challenged me, so.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hey, guess what? Let's set that up where y'all gonna be down to spar on the debate network show for the show number 2, man.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, we gonna set that up. But whatever y'all do here be like the whatever pre-debate stuff. But I'm gonna set up that official debate with y'all. I'm gonna reach
All
out to
right.
both of y'all. Oh yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So we could do we could do a little pre-debate. I ain't gonna, bring all my
No,
artillery out.
yeah,
I could
don't
just touch them up a little bit. You feel me?
yeah, don't show him your whole hand. I hope he come through. We'll get him up here. Let me check the waiting room and see is everybody joining. We just allowing everybody to come up, y'all. King Rod is joining right now, so let me drop the link back out there to the other people that may want to hop on. Now, look, we're gonna do this thing with some order because we gotta drop these jewels on mystery schools. I got the word advanced in the title, so y'all gotta come with it. I ain't talking to you, Dreads. I'm talking to the other brothers, the new cats. They might not know what this thing is about.
King Rod is joining right now. So.
What's happening? What's happening? I mean, I'm just trying to fix my video, man. I don't know if I gotta step out and come back in, but yeah, go ahead.
What's up to everybody on the panel on this wonderful Monday? I hope everybody's having a blessed day. And what's up to everybody, especially Bro Sanchez and Big Drake and the rest of the panel.
How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing, brother?
How you
I'm doing
doing, man?
good.
Hey, thank y'all brothers for joining. We about to go as deep as y'all want to go, man. Like I like these Q&As because I'm gonna ask y'all questions too. You know what I'm saying? So hey, let's do it, man. People in the chat room, remember y'all gonna play a vital role in today's bill. So y'all ask for it. So if you want to at me to address any questions to the chat, let's get them popping. So far, we haven't got a question yet. So we let the people steer the narrative of these kind of shows. So we'll just go with the flow.
I was gonna ask a question about how y'all feel about they talking about this black NASA astronaut supposed to live on the ISS. Like, how y'all feel about that? Like, we already know it's BS, but like, what you think? Like, what's behind the agenda?
You want me to take this one?
No, yeah, I was letting y'all go before me for sure.
Oh, okay. I mean, like you said, my brother, it is part of an agenda. You know what I'm saying? It's just another thing that they want to add on top of what they already got. Well, the foundation they already solidified from the very beginning. I mean, to me personally, I think that that's just another way to dumb down the masses. But now they want to, use a black face, like they use a black face on everything. You know what I'm saying? To get black people on board with their fucking.
Yeah,
Excuse
because
my
I was
French.
thinking that too, Dre. Because like you know how they was talking about like how the black vote was how Biden got in and all that, and it's like they trying to rile up black people for every angle that's a part of their agenda, like with the race war, with the space deception, with the politics. It's like they trying to will in more black folks to be sleep.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because I hope people understand, even when it comes to that, I hope people understand what's actually happening. Because when you got a bunch of corrupt individuals telling you and pushing to your face that black people are responsible for Biden winning or whatever the case might be, you have to think about it. Like, well, we know y'all rigged the election. So in reality, if you get inside the office, you don't really owe no allegiance to those said people because those said people really did not vote you in. You cheated your way in. So these people that's out there dancing, twerking, and pop locking and all that ignorant shit in the middle of the streets, talking about they got one evil man out to bring another evil man in, you look foolish and stupid. Your vote don't count. It never counted. But they're telling you to your face that you are the reason why that this man is now being, I guess you could say, pre-elected. But now they're doing the same thing when it comes to NASA and any other scam they got going on. They put this black face on it, and to get that set group of people to back it. You got to think about what's a civilization if you only got half of the population believing in your bullshit. Your obligation is to get the whole entire population believing in your bullshit, and that's what we're seeing them doing right now.
But that's kind of incompetent, in my opinion, to like have everybody dialed in on the same exact mind frame. Because we already had that type of mindset where we like fuck this bullshit. So it's like I feel like even though that's their agenda, I just feel like it's like literally incompetent because everybody not gonna abide by because they got their own mind, even though their mind may be indoctrinated in some ways, but some people might have their own opinion. So.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But you also got to remember, like, when we really look at a lot of the sheeple, and even people that once was like, F the government, they're part of the elites and all this, you notice that a lot of these same individuals are now changing their tune. So I think that what we're witnessing today is that we see that there's a lot more sleep people that's walking around than we thought. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of these people that that regurgitate certain things they hear on the internet or certain things they Googled, the whole time they really been using it to try to benefit financially for themselves. These people are actually still asleep, and that's alarming to me because now this I guess 2020, if you want to say it's perfect vision, a lot of the shit that was in the dark is coming to light. A lot of people that we thought that was, woke or at least was halfway there, we can clearly see that these motherfuckers are not there. So that means we got a
Yeah,
lot
like
of
the
yeah.
true colors is coming out. Like we
Let me
starting to get the 2020 vision and all that. I feel you.
let me interject real quick with a super chat question from DWT Live. He said, Sanchez, would you agree that we've already received the chip by first creating a social media profile? I would say that not I would just say no to that because these are two different things. I get what you're saying. They both trying to accomplish the same agenda, which is to plug you into a fake world through an avatar. But see, setting up internet profiles is like us setting up avatars into a worldwide web that they created, right? But this whole chip thing and the future that they talking about with smart cities and augmented realities and virtual realities, synthetic universes, that ain't creating an avatar to be online. That's you are the avatar and you're within the actual augmented reality that's layered over the real world. You see what I'm saying? So in order to be able to log in, you will have to have this new system of chipping that they're introducing because this overlaid world gonna have a currency in it in of itself. Like when you go on Xbox Live and shit, how it got its own little money and you can buy shit in the, you know how you can walk around a virtual thing and buy like little clothes for your avatar and stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's what they trying to do with the smart cities. Like it's gonna be a world where when you walk outside, everybody gonna have on like certain type of eyewear to see a layered reality over the real one. And I also read technology to say eventually this technology will be embedded directly into the human eye. So in other words, to answer your question, to sum it all up with the chip, we're becoming the technology as opposed to interacting with it. We're becoming fused with it, if you will. But y'all, anybody else want to touch on that?
yeah. It's kind of like the Cyberpunk 2077 video game. Like they kind of showing that type of manifestation, pretty much. Cybernetic eyes, body parts, all type of shit like that.
Hey, King Rod. Hey, shout out to the brothers on the panel, man. Thank y'all for joining again. King Rod, I see you, man. It's a lot of folks in the waiting room. I'm gonna have to, rotate them kind of way. But go ahead, man. I allowed you to come to the bill because you was the opposition. Was there any questions you had in particular today since we doing this? This the perfect time to get on Flat Earth, Globe Earth. And if you in the chat room and you have any questions, any deeper questions, drop them. I'll write them down and get back to them. Go ahead, man.
Okay, I'll get right to it, whether it's that way or vice versa. I could go with, I can just be sarcastic, giving y'all flat earthers a question. What would make y'all so crazy to think that there's not space and you look into out into space every night? What would
All right,
make you think something crazy
let me
like it's
let me
not
let me
there?
answer your question. It's so many ways I can answer this that I'm gonna start with the first way. Let's deal
Mhm.
with it from your perspective, being a globe earther. Since I know both sides, let's talk about the globe earth and what they teach for a minute. They teach that the darkness you see up there that they're calling space is actually called dark matter. Now, how can it be matter and space? Those two are contradictory to each other. If it's space, it's void of matter. So how can they call space dark matter and then start giving it material principles if it's supposed to be emptiness? Can you answer that? Then we'll move forward.
Okay, well, they call it that simply because it's dark and you can see it. It's right in your face. It ain't like something that you can't see and then you will have to question it. But you looking every night out into space. So what would make you believe that it's not there and you see it?
Yeah, see, I don't think it's a matter of what we can see and what's there or not. If it's emptiness, what we're witnessing is emptiness. And when you talk about emptiness, emptiness is void of all matter, is what I was saying. So, um, I get what you're
Well, you do
saying.
know,
Uh, yeah,
well,
go
you
ahead.
do know dark matter is something that you can't see, just like how they say that it's air. And how us globe earthers believe in black holes and things like that.
I didn't really get that one. You want to clarify that, man?
Dark matter is something that you can almost be unable to collect and show proof. And that's similar to, say, catching air. You see what I'm saying? But
No.
it's a fact that it's dark matter. I mean if you understand space and black holes, but see, you ain't believing it, so you're not letting dark matter take in. That's like saying you don't believe coronavirus, but I don't want to go there. But there's things that you can't see, but they're able to collect small traces of data to where they have proof.
So you can basically telling me you can define things that you can't detect, basically.
No tangibles, like
I don't see how you can do that. You can define something you can't detect, is what he's saying. Just summing it up.
No, that ain't what I'm saying, because they are actually detecting the dark matter to be able to collect whatever percentage
You know
of it.
what they're saying, how they discovered dark matter? They saying basically they didn't discover something up there called dark matter. They had to come. There's something in science called duality, just like with the universe. So for everything we discover, there have to be a polarity for it in nature, like fire and water, wind and earth. You know what I'm saying? So if a scientist discover an element, they always discover two elements because they say we hypothesize that this element we just discovered has a direct opposite of it out there existing somewhere, and we just gotta look for it. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you with that is when they talked about they discovered matter and they started defining the nature of matter, they hypothesized that matter had to have a counterpart out there somewhere called antimatter. And dark matter is the new term that we use today in replace of antimatter. It is, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. But it ain't like that. We scientists. But another thing we can move on. I don't want to say stuff. We can stay
that's cool.
on subject. Now, another thing. Why would you think they would have so many employees working for NASA, having all kinds of sophisticated jobs? You know, we talking about from just got to be there to capture the capsule, you know, when it's returning back from space. You know, just so many things like that. You know, a person that's smart enough should know that they're not just going to waste money like that.
Hey, bro Sanchez, can I answer that, please, real quick, just real fast? Can I answer that?
Go ahead.
It's not. First of all, it's not a waste of money because they're making money. And to answer that question quickly, that is the answer to your question. That's the reason. What would you do for hundreds of billions of dollars over this long-term span? What lengths would you go if you had the resources to pull something off? At what lengths would you go to make this happen if it's worth $58 million a day? So that's what would be my answer to that.
But quick question though, like, how do you discredit all the astronauts? How do you
Hold
discredit the
on.
space agency?
Hey, Daryl Holly, do me one favor. Let them answer his question first, and then they'll go to yours. Somebody else wanted to answer his question. I got you, and you can go after them.
I was
No,
going
you
to just
good.
say, oh,
No, go ahead. You can hit it. I was just saying, like, yeah, we could answer those questions. I was just answering that specific question, but we can go one at a time. But that was my answer to that question.
Yeah, I thought Dreads wanted to answer that question too. That's why.
yeah, I did actually.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, how do you know that they actually spend that much money on this fakery in the first place? That's the first question. None of y'all have seen no receipts, no real receipts saying, yeah, these parts cost $3 million. Then we had to go and buy this part. Because last time I checked, a lot of the stuff materials that they're using, we know for a fact it wouldn't be able to withstand the heat out there based on their own information. So we know they're dealing with probably cheap shit. So they are making money. They're not wasting money. They're making a killing with this shit, man. So it's a scam at the end of the day, man. Have you seen? I mean, come on, bro. Have you seen the material that they use for a lot of this shit? Have you seen the lunar? Dude, shit look like aluminum foil. Like, come on, dog. Y'all gotta stop it with this madness.
Hey, I got some pictures up too. If you want to show them that, Dreads, of the actual the rocket paths. You know how they only make an arch, they never go to space. This is, y'all can pull this up, but they know the globalists ain't gonna do it. But let me show it to him. Maybe he can explain to us. Every rocket that's launched is only making a arch into the ocean. It's a extended arch. All these launches. They say we going to the ISS. They got balloons and shit up there. It ain't like it's it ain't like it's no, you know, is no the space and, you know, you're floating and all of this stuff. It's balloons. Gravity is a hoax, but that's why I put these pictures up. You wanted to finish? Go ahead.
Yeah. And my question is a very simple one. Why is it that every launch, no matter which launch you can pick one, I'll let you pick one. Why is it that every launch that we have witnessed, they all are edited feeds? And not only that they're all edited, and you can clearly see that all these rockets do in fact have an arch, but they do not show us from start to finish with any of these launches going into what they claim to be out into space. I have tracked every launch, and y'all know I ain't lying, I'm not capping. Every time SpaceX, NASA have a launch, we watch it. And every last stream that we watch, they edit the footage and they give us a damn cartoon version of a goddamn rocket going into space. Could you please tell me why are they doing that? Why?
That's facts.
I'm gonna tell you why they doing that. Just for the simple fact it's fucking 300,000 people standing outside watching fucking jet fuel and rocket thrusters and big ass combustion of a thing that they saw people going on. This ain't no David Copperfield performed trick. So therefore, they would have to use their technology that you flat earthers like to tear down called CGI, and they basically showing you that to give you more science and type of the science, whether it's how warm this part is, how this, that, thermal technology, all kinds of shit. Technology. I mean, just use your
Man.
common sense. Growing up,
No, I
on
got it.
technology. Wait, let me
I
finish
got
the
it.
sentence. Just as if you using technology when you at a stop sign now, a person that woke up out of their they coughing from the 50s would be like, oh, your car cut off. I'd be like, no, it's electric. Cars cut off at the stop sign sometimes. I mean, so sometimes you gotta actually believe the science that you seeing that they already told you that's gonna happen. And when you understand the other statistics in between, that's what it is. You trust it on everything else, a push button toilet. I digress.
Yeah, brother, you completely went left. That had nothing to do with what I asked. Okay, let me rephrase the
He
question.
did, but the funny part is he went left. Sounded good.
Yeah, he went. But what else?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
went
because
left, but it should have answered you with all the people that's
no,
standing there
because
seeing
we're
it.
talking.
Come
No, when
on,
we
man. It's
watched the
like a
lunch,
come on, man.
brother, listen to what I'm saying. We're watching a lunch. I didn't even bring up the people that's watching it. I'm talking about when they launch these rockets. You do understand it. They have cameras on the rockets, right? So it has nothing to
Right,
do with the
science, all
people.
kinds of shit on
It has nothing to do with the people that's out there that's watching it. And then you do know that we have something is called perspective. You do understand we can only see but so far, all right? You do know that, right? So when they shoot a rocket up and it start arching, every rocket arching, and once it get to a certain distance, naturally it's going to get smaller and smaller until it get out of our view sight. So what they've done, they have calculated the distance. They understand the distance on the human eyesight, and they know how far they need to shoot a rocket away from our vision for us to believe that it went into space. That's what people down below are witnessing. Perspective. That's it. But back to my original question. Why is it that they're cutting and editing these feeds and giving us cartoon versions of a rocket launch when they have cameras strapped on the damn rocket? Why don't they just let the camera continue to record and show it entering to outer space, flying into the ISS? We should be able to see everything. No. What they do is while the rocket is coming back down, they cut the feed and give us a cartoon rocket that's aimed back up to give off the illusion that the rocket is entering into outer space. You see what I'm saying now? Every feed.
Hold on, King
but
Rod.
listen,
Hold on a second,
what?
King Rod. I wanted to say something about before you get the mic. Hold up. When you were saying like the people that's sitting there watching the rocket launch, you got to think about this, man. When that rocket leave their point of view and that over that horizon, their vantage point, that's it. The show's over. They go home. They don't know what happens. Everything after that is belief and faith. They got to believe it went where they said it was gonna go. But if you track all these rockets, we showing you the trajectory of all of them. It's one big swoosh Nike sign or arch into the ocean, and there's no steam on the capsule when if it left into space and came back into Earth to re-enter the thermosphere, it's supposed to be hot. And when it land in the ocean, smoke would come up, steam. That's never the case. Think about that too, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Okay, but think about this. So the only way that you can believe the point of view that y'all coming from is some genius 300 years ago or 200 years ago, however, how many years ago, decided to create NASA and, take over the world and all this by government and all this. Now, to the other guy, what makes you the scientist to know that you should be able to see from a camera coming back into fucking space? That's first of all. You could not qualify to even know. You don't know if you're supposed to see a blur like a TV screen fucked up or a fucking lava fire, but you don't know that you are supposed to be able to see still. Now, second of all, this genius that I'm talking about So are you telling me they supposed to found a rocket that's not supposed to go straight up, but turn just to prove that the Earth is a globe because we spin on our axis? So that plan right there is the genius that duped the whole world. No, that is not the answer. You got to believe more shit. You have to be a fool to go with that plan.
That's not what I was explaining. I was showing you the trajectory of the rockets, man. But anyway, we'll look at something else and I'll pass the mic around. If you in a car that's going 200 miles per hour and then you try to leave the car, we know what happened. That's just a simple way to look at it. Now check this out. If the Earth is spinning around at 1,000 miles per hour, they telling us the atmosphere is turning at 1,000 miles per hour too. We got to keep in mind the rocket piercing through 1,000 miles per hour worth of G-force or whatever they call it to escape and as it re-enter. Now that's like you trying to jump onto a merry-go-round that's going 10 miles per hour. It'll be hard for you to jump on that. Think of how hard it'll be to land a rocket back on the Earth that's spinning 1,000 miles per hour. Imagine that in your head. Just imagine jumping off of a merry-go-round. That's just going 10 miles per hour. You're going to sprain your ankle because you see. Now imagine trying to jump off or jump onto something turning 1,000 miles per hour.
Okay, I mean, but that's reasonable if they simulating things like that, though. I mean, have you ever like just throw a ball off the wall and just let it hit other walls?
Brother, I'm sorry, but there's nothing reasonable about that explanation that they have. There's nothing reasonable about that.
Well, let me finish. They're able to simulate G-force, is what bro was just said. So I'm telling you, if they got the shit put together to where you can actually simulate G-force through a plane to really is basically what imitating gravity or simulating gravity, however that you want to put it. You know, you got to stop, because I will stop right here and be like, okay, now I guess you guys don't want to believe that. Like, no, that ain't really G-force.
Real quick.
No, we just use density, bro. It's about density, not gravity.
Hold on.
It's not believing.
One at a time.
What's the machine they use?
Let them finish,
What's
please.
the simulation they use to simulate 1,000 miles per hour? Then what's the simulation they use to do a 500,000 miles per hour? Like, what tools are they using to create those simulations?
I mean, I don't know.
What kind of tool creates
I'm
500,000
trust the numbers from the scientists.
That's what I'm saying. I know.
Okay, but exactly.
Hold on, real quick.
So if you don't know, bro, if you don't know, why the fuck you giving that to us, bro?
Because okay, I'm gonna tell you. Just for the simple.
Hold on. I just want to say one more thing. I'm gonna give you the mic, bro. Listen, bro. When you telling people to prove things and you're taking a stance of the opposing side, right? It is unfair to ask us. The whole point of people like us in this panel are people who are questioning the authority for a reason. So when you're coming representing an authority stance, but we question you on it, it would be disingenuous for you to point us at the authority. It would be have enough respect for yourself and everybody else to have an argument that at least know what you're talking about when you're going to stand on it, instead of just asking us for burdens of proof that you won't even know if what we're saying is valid or not, because you don't even have enough information on the topic, because you just want to refer to the people you believe in. But go ahead, y'all take the floor.
Yeah, that wasn't even sounded about science. I'm gonna tell you what I know, and I'm gonna use common sense and other things from science and statistics, and not, you know, and it's okay to question authorities and that thing like that. But like I mentioned on here before, I gotta be credible enough, because ain't nobody on here no scientist, or you got no level like that. So
I think all of us are scientists, though.
I mean, in your own way, but we talking about credible. We talking about credible to where they gonna let you come work in the school. I'm just talking about on that level. You know, we can.
You don't get it.
Wait, so you saying everybody that they let work in the school?
By you saying that,
They're credible and they don't know everything.
Let me say this,
by you
though.
saying that, everyone should have a theory that at least it gotta be possible. So you can't tell me something impossible if you're not credible about, like I was being funny. Like,
right.
What makes you credible enough to know the camera gonna work, when you enter in the Earth's atmosphere.
So
you can't be at a 99% sure
that's the
saying
question.
that I know that's not gonna work.
Can I?
You don't know that's not gonna work.
Y'all brothers keep it passing and
him.
be brief. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna kill everything he said in one swoop. Y'all know how I get it in. Now, you mentioned theory. Now, if gravity is still labeled as a theory, that means that everything that is attached to that set theory makes everything else a theory as well. So if I'm theorizing about something and I come up with a conclusion based on that theory, my conclusion is still a damn theory. So they use gravity. Hold on, no, let me finish. So when we look at gravity, gravity is basically all the answers for all the questions that we have when it comes to this spinning globe. Literally. And we can ask y'all why the sun do what it do because of gravity. Why the moon do what it because of gravity. But gravity itself is a theory. So if you're telling me that the sun is doing these things, the moon is doing these things based on a damn theory, that means the sun and the moon, what you claim to be factual, is not factual. It's tied to the core, which will be gravity, and the core is a theory. So we cannot believe nothing that comes from any of them not hypothesis, but anything that comes from what y'all infrastructure. Y'all infrastructure have not been proven to be a fact yet, bro. As a matter of fact, if you Google gravity, it's still labeled as a theory. So you don't have to take our word for it. We're taking the information that's coming from the people that you trust, and we're using their information against them. So really, the burden of truth is not on us. The burden of truth is really on y'all believers and NASA. And I'll fall back. Go
ahead. King Clipper God, I'm gonna let you respond, and then I'm gonna take the mic. Go ahead. You gotta unmute yourself, man.
I just been.
He tapped out.
I'm sorry, damn. Did I? My bad. I can't help it.
Real quick to piggyback. The burden of proof is important to be on them because we're funding their stance. It'd be different if we were getting billions and billions of dollars with our theories or what they consider theories or our truth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's why the burden of proof shouldn't be on us because our tax money is funding what they're claiming to be the truth. But go ahead, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. Basically, what he's saying is you're asking us to prove it when we paying $1 million a day for them to prove it. If they would have been proved it, we wouldn't be having this conversation, right?
Exactly, but we're forced to fund it still. We're forced to fund it and get ridiculed while we're questioning where our money going. And that's the crazy part. We questioning where our money going, and you, Killer King Rod, you telling us, well, just trust them. But we know,
and they credible and shit. Hold on,
and this is what I say all the time, bro. Sanchez on the panel. Tell me if I don't say this all the time. We see example after example, year after year, that these people are not credible people. They lie and they scheme. But you telling me not to question and just fund those people. And when I question, I'm in the wrong for that, for even questioning it. And you don't have the answers yourself. You directing me to them. I don't trust them, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't have nothing to gain from it like they do. So you convince me then. But that's the problem that we run into a lot too. We be knowing more about the round earth than the round earthers when they get on this panel. And that's just, it's sad, man.
And I'm gonna tell you,
it's really okay.
I'm gonna tell you, if you think these rockets are expensive, everything in science is about scaling up. So if you think of a skyrocket, right? You used to fireworks, right? You light the stem, it go up, make one big arch and land back down and make all that noise and sparks for a little while, and that's it. These ain't nothing but big fireworks. These are oversized skyworks show for, these rocket worshippers and shit, right? It's a big ass skyrocket. You light the stem, ooh, and look, think about it. When these dudes had a fireworks show during the 4th, they make thousands of dollars just so people can look up and marvel, right? Not when you ask why would they do it, it ain't that deep. If you can have people believing in a program that's based upon pseudoscience and it becomes a lucrative belief system, you won't stop and tell them, hey, we never saw a goddamn diamond planet, even though we telling y'all it's diamond planets up there. Hey, we never saw planets that rain acid and super Earths where it's just endless oceans, and no one never saw that. It's speculation. And the more bizarre things you can think of, the more awards you get, the more money you get, when science is about proving reality, not making up dumb, crazy shit, bizarre shit. You know what I'm saying? Theoretical
imaginary.
They
It's
said
like
there's a beer
imaginary
planet
things,
too.
bro.
You know they said there was a beer planet too out there.
Yeah, it's a beer galaxy. Yeah, beer galaxy. You right.
Damn.
Yeah, those are theoretical.
Yeah, so you know it
planets.
gotta be a
Those
There's a
weed
are
TV
where
theories.
it's just
planet
weed
size of a
everywhere.
man.
Hey, so you think science making us win wars? That's what we
Hey,
use
that's another.
science for.
That's
That's why we so. That's why we got a strong army
let me
because of
hold
science.
on, man. Let me do something. Daryl Holly wanted. Remember, I told Daryl he would get the mic back. That's your comrade right there. Share with him if you will. Daryl, get the flow, cause you know the global side needs some help, man.
Yeah, so I got a quick question, man. So how y'all discredit all the astronauts and the ISS do live footage? You can Google right now ISS live feed. You can get a live feed of the Earth. How you discredit people are paying their way to go to space?
I could go to space right now.
I can do that.
Yeah, and not only that, brother. Even if you look at Cartoon Network, brother, that
But
nigga Tom.
how y'all discrediting all these
know
people?
I can go to
Listen to
space.
this.
Hold
Listen to this,
on,
bro.
no,
Just
hold
because
on,
you
hold
can
on,
say
Q. Hold up a second. I want to answer the man real quick because I think I want him to do this too. When you cut in, my brother, we're gonna have an order to how y'all address it, all right? Because I don't want everybody just cutting in at once and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of want to deal with the questions, but go ahead and finish it first, brother. Finish. We ain't gonna interject. You can finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, how y'all discrediting all these people? You know, the astronauts, they telling their stories, how they've been out in space. You know, you got, like I said, right now, you can look at live footage from the ISS space station, and it's showing you the Earth. I mean, and how you discredit all these people? I used to be in the Navy a little while back, and we used to, you know, connect with the satellites, you know what I'm saying, the Discus and the CWSP satellites. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all discrediting all this? Like, what are you using to discredit all the astronauts, saying that they have false stories or people not paying their way to go to space? Or how are you saying, like, the live footage right now is fake? I just want to know, like, where's that coming from?
All right. So, are you aware of green screen technology, brother?
Yeah.
Right now, I can swap this background off with space, and I can put on an astronaut suit, and I can give you the same shit NASA giving you now. I can put a bar stool up and put the green screen over the bar stool so you don't see it, and I can lay across it like Superman, and they'll say, man, bro, Sanchez fits in the ISS right now. I ain't know he worked for NASA.
Come on, man. We know it's more complex than that.
It's not that. It's not. I can actually show you pictures of NASA using the green screen to create space. I'm about to do that right now because you think it's that complicated, but it's actually not. That's why we laugh at the fact that you have a science you believe in. That don't make you no different than a Christian. That ain't a science. That's a religion. If science is based on facts, why do you believe astronauts? Why do you believe, Nick? You know why? Because they said we've been to places you ain't been, and that's why people believe in Christ. Because Christ been up there to heaven too and came back down, just like the astronaut. And all these cats that said we went up there to the heavens and came back down with some knowledge you ain't got, y'all believe everything they say without questioning it or none of that stuff. But it's a different breed today. You can't make me believe in fairy tales that I can't prove just because the next man said he can prove them. That's his fact. And I'm going to still tell him I don't believe him no matter how much he said to it. If a man say, look, I was abducted by aliens, so you ought to believe in aliens. I'm going to be like, bro, you can't make me believe in aliens till I get abducted. So you saying I'm lying? Well, hey, That's what I'm saying. Then, goddamn, you know, you lying. All of these, you see what I'm. That's kind of like what it is. It's a few people experience that's pushed out there to make the whole world believe it. It's only a handful of astronauts in the world, and the whole entire billions of the masses believe what they say because they say, well, we flew up there and saw it. So, yep, it's true. And that's what it is. It's beer galaxies and diamond planets and crab nebulas and, bro,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
What you
saying?
saying is basically you have to see it to believe it.
Or otherwise, it ain't science. It becomes religion. Because I didn't see Jesus walk on water, but I had to just believe in it with faith, right?
Yeah. But like when you see it, you want to know it. It's not like just see it to believe it. You want to see it to know it. Like in the sense, like he was saying that, like why you think it would be hard to duplicate what they're doing? Like he was saying, like you don't think that like the technology is more complex when it's actually not. Like how you said, you could use a green screen, and we could do that at home all the time to make animated, backgrounds all the time. We could do it on the Zoom panel. So it's like we could do the same thing they're doing.
Hey,
Have
Q.
y'all
That's
ever
it.
Hey,
looked at the
let the brother Q grab the mic. He was trying to get in earlier. Go ahead.
No, I would just basically second in because I'm just like at the end of the day, if you look on Cartoon Network or whatever and you see fucking Tom off Toonami on there talking about, yeah, I'm live from the International Space Station, it ain't no different. Like he's
You muted yourself.
Screen or
He
whatever.
probably muted himself because I was gonna tell you something.
a green screen, and not only that, how the fuck you in space and you saying it's only us two, but in the reflection of your helmet, I can see a nigga recording with a camera. Then
Yeah.
it's just like the shit that you talking about, or the ship and all of that. When you take pictures of that of this shit and really zoom in, they shit was made out of arts and crafts, nigga. It was fucking construction paper and fucking foil, nigga, tinfoil and goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit that a
Real
goddamn
simple,
second grader would have worked
real
on.
simple. You slow to what they know, man.
I'm
You
not
not
talking to you,
understanding.
King Rod. I already know you
You ain't
retarded, bro.
understanding. Wait,
Go.
but I just
I'm
want
not
to
talking to
tell
you, bro.
y'all
I'm
this.
talking to
But
your
listen,
man. I'm talking to Danny, bro. I
okay,
wasn't
but
done,
even,
so I ain't
but
even
Yeah.
gonna
bro,
get
Wait
but
for him
bro,
to
took the
finish,
shot
King.
at Jesus
Hey,
real
hey,
quick,
hey,
y'all.
hey,
Hold
hey,
on.
hold on. Wait,
Let me
wait,
tell
wait,
y'all
wait,
this
wait,
because
wait,
on,
wait,
bro.
wait,
let me
wait, wait.
tell
We
y'all
gotta
this because
have order though.
I love God too.
Hold up, we
Hold
gotta
on, bro.
have. Listen, you gotta remember, Q. King Rod got that bottle down there. He feeling right. Hey, King
Yeah, I
Rod,
seen
hold
this
up,
bottle
man.
and this blunt.
Let him finish, and you next, bro. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. All I'm saying is, it's so many different proofs that show you that these niggas is making all this shit up, and the fact that the shit that they telling you they went to space with look like some shit that was made by third graders is ridiculous. Then it's just like these niggas have admitted, and not only the astronauts that they say went up there, like how many times has Buzz been in interviews or whatever and hinted to that shit being some bullshit, saying we never went. Fuck you talking about? Not only that, they've already admitted to never being able to form the technology to go past the Van Allen belts. So if y'all are saying that the moon is outside of Earth's atmosphere or whatever, and you can't go past the Van Allen belts, that means you either A, didn't go nowhere and you lying about that, or B, you lying about the moon being outside our atmosphere because it's really inside. So which one is it? You pick which lie it is. I don't give a fuck.
Are the globalists ready to see proof of them creating space with the green screens? I'm about to pull it up on the screen now. I'm a screen share with y'all now. Hold on a minute.
And
We
let me
gonna
tell y'all
we gonna
proof. Proof
hold
is
on.
multiple
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
astronauts coming back to Earth from
Hey,
Russia, from America. They came back. Niggas ain't going that high and coming back, and they not
all right.
acting like they getting on the rocket.
Let me show you something.
Hey,
and
bro,
it's not
Sanchez.
just
I got it. Let me do one thing for them, y'all. Hold up. They think it's a game. I just want to show them something real quick. Hold on.
Hey,
They
bro,
don't
in the
even
G.
know what
Hold
they
on,
say.
man. Hey, remember what I said? One at a time, right? So look, let me show you something real quick, King Rod. Y'all keep saying about this, asking questions, but you ain't waiting for the answer. Though I'm trying to show you. Then guess what? You can start asking more questions on this. Can you see what I'm sharing? I'm trying to share with y'all. You see the screen share?
Yeah, I see it.
I gotta take it back now. Now, if anybody want to interject and give them the history of Photoshop, because a lot of folks don't know NASA invented Photoshop, and I think that's some dreads you want to touch them up on that. And King Rod, as you can see this picture here, this is proof of what we're saying. This show you see NASA right there with the green screen, with the little driplet and all.
Proof just because they can do
Hold on, bro. You gotta let me finish. What it's proof of is it makes me want to question them now, because if you can fake space, how do I know you giving me the real thing if you spending money to fake it? In other words, citizens ain't paying NASA millions of dollars a day to buy green screen equipment, to invent Photoshop, to find ways to. This is the shit Hollywood people use. No bullshit. If you want to boil it down, if this is how space is created, or if you telling me they can do that, but that don't mean they faking it, then why would they? Or this is what they bought just to play with. This is what they when they taking their breaks from space, they come and fake space downstairs in these little green screen rooms. That's what you telling me. This is just their little arcade room, right? It's just leisure. Why would they even be doing this? This don't make you say, well, damn, why are they even? If they can fake space, now we got a conflict of interest, especially when you look at some Hollywood movies that look realer than some of the space footage NASA give us. Then you see them, you didn't know that NASA worked in unison with Hollywood directors who worked on Star Wars and all that shit. I'm not making this up, bro. Now you start to see this big conflict of interest going on. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna answer you why you're wrong. Let me answer you why you're wrong. Science is inevitable. It's going to keep on progressing. Just because they can do that does not mean that is why. And here's one fact why. The world always been on competition and war. So by science, if you simply think for 1 second that we've been to the moon and we've been to space, different countries, plus China and Russia, to be specific, is so quick to take us down that they went there too. They make sure they came with astronaut programs themselves to find out that there is, because someone would be fooled hundreds of years ago. That got to be common sense. But that's any country would want to take another country down. If they can put up another fucking rocket and get to space too and have astronauts come back, it's the fucking truth, because we would have been showed the world that.
This sounds like the NBA.
Put me in, coach. I got this. First off, you brought up China and Russia. You do understand that their facility is right here in the United States of America. Did you know that their facility is in the same building as our own? Did you not know that? The Chinese have a facility right here where they do the same shit, and Russia. They're all working together. Did you not know that?
Yes, because the goal
wait, because there's more. Now that's just the body that you got this preconception that China is doing their own thing all the way over there in China and they're racing against the United States, but yet they're working with us over here using the same technology that we're using. As a matter of fact, they even got pictures of them together. They're working together. But number two, to crush it, bro Sanchez, actually the blue screen. The blue screen is what they use to fake space. I got a blue screen, and I can make it look like I'm in space with my blue. I got both. I got a green screen and a blue screen. But more than likely, we use a blue screen to create space, and that's the real reason. A lot better that's too now. That's the real reason why NASA uses a blue screen in their Olympic-sized pool. Did you know that? Who the fuck has a pool with a blue screen in it? Nobody but NASA do. You know why? You know why they have a blue screen in their pool? So when you are looking at them allegedly floating in space, that blue screen that's in that Olympic-sized pool is giving you that illusion that they're in space when in fact they're under fucking water. And that's why they move the way they move. And I digress.
I can't believe so many people don't know how video editing and green screen work today. I be on a lot of shows and folks be like, man, how do you get your stuff to look that way and all like that on these, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, no wonder they can't see what NASA doing to them. But go ahead.
Hey, bro, Sanchez, I want you to do something too, because it's been a long time since we got a globe earther up here, and what I was waiting on this moment for a long time. I would like for a globe earther to explain the photo in that video of that photo of the Earth from the moon.
Richard Nixon?
With Nixon, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Okay, so somebody came at me with that and they said that picture was from the first Apollo mission. That Nixon was the next Apollo mission. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they were saying. But hey,
touch on one thing,
you know, that was the only counter opposition that I heard to that, or anything that would answer it. But I see some more people waiting on the back chat. Dara Holly, did you have any more questions? We letting y'all globalists ask your questions. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, he said there wasn't no other space stations. The other countries do got their own space stations. The reason he's probably saying that
I didn't say they did. I didn't say they did. I said they work. Yeah, they have a facility right here in the United States, right with our facility, where they do the same training.
Can
allegedly.
I ask him something real quick?
Oh
hey,
yeah,
Darryl, let me ask you something. How does it help you when your argument by pointing out to us that other nations got their space stations too? Can you go into detail on that a little bit?
I mean, just because we focus on NASA a lot, you know what I'm saying?
I don't.
So we kind of take that out the equation, you know, that other countries are doing the same thing as far as going to space.
Well, other countries are saying they going to space like our countries are saying. But I'll tell you this right here, man. You got to look at it this way. Other countries got their abortion clinics. Other countries got their vaccination programs. Other countries got their chemtrail programs. Other countries got their space programs. Other countries got their miseducation systems. Other countries got their overtaxation economic systems of slavery. So when you start pointing out what other countries got, yeah, we can point out other countries got space programs, and what that prove is all are equally indoctrinating their people and goddamn doing the same thing we accuse NASA of.
Another thing is too, Sanchez, they got different pictures of like the globe, like they got a different color, blue color ocean in Asia, China, whatever, Russia, all that. So if we go into the same, if we're on the same, globe, why is the colors different? That's weird. That's inconsistent.
Well, that's because all the images are Photoshop. He just pointed out earlier that NASA invented Photoshop. Why would you even trust somebody that invents some shit to make fake shit? Like, it don't even make sense. But I digress.
No, and then they gotta understand the countries is in the UN too.
Temperatures change. So when the temperature change, the color will look different at a different period of time. So as the time changes, the degrees change. So therefore, the color change, like thermal technology and things like that.
Let me interject. Let me interject to that.
Simple-minded.
Hold on. I'm interjecting real quick. I'm gonna interject real quick, right? So check this out. You can't bring temperature into this because we're talking about pictures that was taken by different space programs at times where they all was carrying out the explorations together, like when the space race, they was all doing it at the same time, and they was all going back taking pictures of the earth, giving it to their people, and it was who gonna get the picture first. That was what the race was about. So we got all of these different pictures of earth that come from the same time, which debunks what you're saying. Now, had the countries went up there at different time frames of the year, taking pictures and stuff like that, totally different projects separate of each other, then we could say, okay, well, maybe we can give you that when they took it, the temperature changed or whatever, but it don't explain why some space agencies got America 4 times bigger than others. So now you would say if them temperatures changing, that affect the size of the continents.
No, it's because the world is spinning. So as the world is spinning, the graphs, the color would change because of the temperature, and the continents could look at a different size if you understand what you call the fat part of the globe. And if it's on the ocean, and you can just look from something from sideways simply to see something.
I don't think, brother, listen to me. There's no weather phenomena or temperature change on Earth that can make America fill up the entire side of one side of a globe, brother. Like the space.
Listen, what you need to be saying.
Hold on, no, listen. Brother, so what you saying is crazy and irrelevant. It don't explain nothing, because if temperature changes can grow land, they wouldn't have been fighting and killing people for land. They would have just turning up the temperature and said, hey, we could just grow some more motherfucking land. Just cut the temperature up. It'll increase the size of your goddamn continent overnight.
But look what you're not realizing.
Yeah, man.
America uses the satellite. The chances are the satellite won't be from the same spot, and they won't have the same fucking camera. Have you ever seen the difference between the insomnia and an LG TV?
Answer that question, man.
You see what I'm saying? So they don't got the same. Listen.
Hold on,
you wonder? I'm answering. I
want you to answer that video, because I done pulled up the information. I'm looking at it right now.
They don't have shapes because they don't have the same damn camera, and they can't put their satellite exactly in their same fucking spot. Do you understand that?
Let me say this. You can
pull
that video.
Do you understand that?
Can you mute this man, please, so I can say this real shit, man? I don't want to hear dumb shit. You can use
dumb. I'm telling you that they can't put another fucking satellite in the exact same position so you can get the same fucking picture.
Okay, I get it.
Damn.
All right.
You don't understand that? They don't got the same fucking camera.
All right, we get it,
a
bro.
Sony and a Polaroid take different fucking pictures.
Okay, we get it. Now let me go. Bro Sanchez, you can actually use that video that I had showed you in the past. I don't know what the fuck that motherfucker was trying to tell you to throw you off, but I pulled up the information. Yes, we in fact did have a launch. We had 2 launches that happened before that, but none of them launches was successful. We had one in '67, which actually blew up and killed everybody, and we had another one in '68, which the oxygen tank blew up, which also killed 1 person, which delayed. Facts. And we did not send nobody out until 1969, which President Nixon was in fact the president during that time. That was the first fucking launch that we had that landed on the moon with human beings, and they took a picture and he already had it. We could use that picture. I don't know what the fuck they was trying to pull with that bullshit, talking about, oh yeah, we had launches before that. Nah, I want them to answer that goddamn question. How the fuck we had a goddamn picture of the moon, of the earth from the moon before we even landed human beings on that motherfucker, man? Fuck that shit.
Well, if they figured out how to get there, they probably figured out how to get a camera there before then.
All right, so let's go back to the picture that I was sharing earlier. The first photo of the Apollo 12 landing on the moon. When they was, we gotta ask ourselves who took the picture of them landing on the moon. So here's the question: if they got a picture of Apollo 12 landing on the moon, did they send another crew to take that picture when they was landing? Was there a flying camera?
No, listen, because we concerned about death, so we don't want to die, right? So common sense would tell a scientist to send something there, a monkey, a robot, any fucking thing, right? So therefore, they would have the jump on sending something else that was able
So
to do
did
it.
the
There, any
monkey take this
scientist,
picture?
any
Did the
typical
monkey
scientist,
did the monkey
instead of
take
risking a life,
let me share
bro,
this picture with you.
bro,
Let me
listen,
share this
any
picture with you.
scientist instead of
He said,
risking a
"Did
life
the
will send
monkey
a
take the
robot
picture?"
or something there first, right?
Look, look, look. Did the monkey take this picture, man, that you looking at? I'm
Then
sharing
where
it
the
with you
fuck is
now.
the
Hey, I
Earth?
was
Where the
thinking
Earth?
it could have
Hey,
been
where
a
the
Hold
Earth
on,
at,
rover,
hold
but I
on.
was
dog?
I'm
like, nah,
asking
that
that
was the
man a
first
question.
lander.
I'm asking
Yeah.
that man a question. I just want him to answer, and y'all can get it. Please let me.
Nah,
Who took
they send cameras out there, man.
King
Before a
Rod?
life, right?
King Rod, answer the question, man.
Okay.
Who took the picture, man?
I mean, I don't know unless you have a documented whoever took the picture. But like I
All
said,
right,
a
you don't
scientist,
know.
any
Now we can
scientist
move
in their
on.
right
That's
mind
cool.
will send a camera there first or anything before risking a life.
You can
And a
speculate,
regular
but
person would do that.
okay.
A regular person would do that, right? So
All right.
therefore, that's who took the picture.
All right, right on. We're gonna go with your first answer. You don't know. We can move on. Go ahead. Who was ever next?
So my question is, if there's no space, how do y'all explain stars?
You don't need space to explain stars. You know, let me put it this way. If you think that every star you see in the sky is a burning ball of fire, and you also teach that space is a vacuum, how does fire behave when you trap it in a jar? There's no oxygen to fuel the flames, so you smother the fire, it goes out. Now, if space has no oxygen and it's a vacuum, how do you even have combustion thrust or even explosions like stars? Can you answer that?
No, I cannot.
I know you can't, but we will. We will. You know why I answer for you right now? Because
So
space is
look, so wait,
bullshit.
another question.
Now,
So what do you think stars are?
stars are what the ancestors call luminaries. They're simply lights. Lights. Now you can't touch light. Your hand will go right through. That's the thing. This is suspended light beings. These stars are attached to invisible electromagnetic pole in the middle of the earth. This is where we get the Christmas tree concept from. So if I show you ancient cosmology, right, and I'm gonna stop screen sharing, it goes back to the thumbnail that I got today. Let me stop the screen share a minute. But yeah, so all of these stars are like the ornaments and stars wrapped around a Christmas tree. And in the middle of the earth, they're all being spun around, by an ethereal pole at the middle, like the pole in the middle of a Christmas tree. It's very simple. I don't want to overcomplicate it with you. You're asking good questions. So what are stars? Stars are openings in the ether. That darkness up there is not called space. It's called the firmament. It's not nothingness. It's actually the substance of all there is. It's the most potent form of matter in the universe. They call it antimatter. You can't detect it, you can't weigh it, but all things with definition come from it. So within that darkness, there are openings that we call stars today, but they separated them in the ancient day by the fit stars and the wandering stars. So some of those stars are like, they don't move. They're just gonna stay where they are. And other ones wander. So when you start looking at the ancient cosmology and you go outside, the ancients was right on with what we see. NASA is not. But we can go deeper into stars and actually show videos that I think interest y'all if y'all interested in learning more. Good questions. And man, shit, let's go deeper. This brother Daryl seemed to be more open-minded than most globalists. So shout out to him.
So at what point in the
Respect,
atmosphere?
respect.
At what point in the atmosphere are we talking? Is this sitting at?
What point in the atmosphere are stars?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go by what NASA say, I can regurgitate their nonsense, but that'll be something we neither one of us can prove. So
Because you regurgitating a lot of
hold on,
NASA.
hold on. If you asking me how far away the stars are, then I never been. So I would be giving you my guess. Now on a flat Earth, I can give you a guess. I can say probably anywhere from 3,000 to 7,000 miles up, you'll be in the realm of like the first layer of stars, but it's different layers. They go back, they're at different height levels. You see what I'm saying? The further back you go, it's stars, it's some at the front layers, you know, like that. So it's kind of hard to say. But yeah, go ahead, man.
Hey, I just wanted to get off subject real quick on about Jesus, bro. It never mattered if Jesus literally walked on deep water. He could have been walking on 1 inch of water, and they said he walked on water. The Bible's about interpretation, and I want you to think about that.
Man, you can't believe Jesus. You can't prove Jesus was real, man. We're not gonna take it there.
Right, so we're gonna pass it back to Daryl since he keeping it on the cosmology. Go ahead. You got any more questions about this flat Earth, globe Earth situation?
No, yeah, I got a lot of questions actually, man.
Go
So
ahead.
you keep saying like there's a rip and that's where the stars are at. You saying there's a hole in this nothingness?
I'm
Or,
gonna start screen sharing for you, but keep asking. Go ahead.
because if you saying it's the hole in this nothingness, then what lies behind that?
I'm not saying it's nothingness. I'm gonna show you something right now, right? We're gonna go to another screen share. This is always good for screen sharing. So I'm about to show you a plasma ball right now. Well, watch this. Hold on. Let me open up this. There we go. So check this out, right? Now we getting deep. This is why I said pass the mic to Daryl, so we can get deep with this thing. All right, hold on. Let me hide that for. Let's blow this up real quick. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. I'm gonna blow this up. I always show these right here to show that the ancestors were smarter than we think. Look at this image right here, right? Now, this is the Mayan cosmology of what the earth is. They saying this is the tree of life, basically. Center of the earth, and all of reality is spanning from that center, from that great cosmic tree of life, meaning all life is spanning from it. So what I want you to do is just take a look at it, look at the sacred geometry real quick, and there you see what it looked like. Now, if you compare that to a plasma ball, you can see what they was trying to show right here. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to a plasma ball. What do they tell us space is? Plasma, right? But this, we defining it in modern ways. They're trying to hide the truth. When they created heliocentrism, they got rid of the concept of the ether and replaced it with gravity, because the people who created that had a fear-based cosmology. And I keep telling you, gravity is a grave. It's a bottomless pit. It's a free fall forever into death, because they say at the end of it, everything stretches apart so far that the earth has nothing around it, and it's a cold universe, and that's the end of life. That's the expanded universe theory that we're under today, which is a lie. That's a lie. That's a fear-based concept. With that concept, we pay the space program $70 million a day, and you know how it's justified? They say because we got to research the right technology that can shoot away comets that may hit the earth, or even steer the earth in other directions in case we want to go to different parts of the universe. So we're actually funding them terraforming the earth. They're acting like the creator of the earth is attacking us, and we need to pay man to protect us from the very creator that created this shit. God so dumb, he throwing rocks and shit at the earth, stretching it apart, killing everything. And man got the answer. Just pay him 70 mil a day and he'll keep your fears at bay. This is a fear-based pimp game. See what I'm saying? Now think about this. Look at this plasma ball. This is what the ancestors taught here. They taught that the stars that you see in the sky are nothing but the ends of these ethereal stems here. And what we see in the sky is being created on the ground. If you go to the North Pole, you will see a huge ass projecting machine pointed at the sky, and it'll be shooting up the sun, the star. It put it this way: when you have an eclipse, just say if in the movies when somebody walk past the little projecting machine and it eclipses the movie with their body, you be like, look at that big headed silhouette just walk by. Some nigga going to get popcorn, right? Think of another object intersecting that projecting machine, and we seeing it as an eclipse with the sun and moon. This is the nature of the sky. As above, so below. What's on the sky being created from the ground. That's what all the ancestors was teaching. That when you go to the north, and this is why we can't go to the North Pole today, brother. So if you go to the North Pole, it'll be like going to this center little circle on this ball right here, and you will see what's creating the sky. You'll see what's projecting the sky upward. You know, if that gives you an idea.
Wait, so you don't think that you're talking about the Aurora Borealis, right? You're talking about the
No, I'm talking about the stars, because that's what you was asking about, right?
Wait, so what are you saying? That you saying that something comes from the North Pole and projects the sky into the sky? That's what you saying?
Do you understand how do you know those things they create for children? You can put these little night lights in the middle of the child's bedroom, and it'll project light out 360, and they can have the universe in their whole ceiling. You put
No,
this.
I'm following you. I'm
right,
following you.
right.
But
So hold on, you ain't if you don't wait. So imagine that on a bigger scale, a huge one of those in the middle of the earth, right? And it's projecting us different stars and night light shows and all of that upward. Same science, same concept, but just bigger. So that's why I'm making it easy for you to understand. If you understand that little light that we buy the children that do that to the room, same concept here. Go ahead.
how long has it been there?
Go ahead, because bro, I can kill you with your own picture.
Let him do it first, though, and then you can go right after him. You definitely can. Go ahead.
How long has it been there? How long has that projection system been there, and what kind of system is it? Is it man-made? How has it got there?
Well, I think that it's definitely naturally made, and that man reverse engineers the great mind of the creator. I don't think man is original. Every car, everything we made, I can show you where he copied nature and just reverse engineer it, from the speaker being the ear, the camera being the eye, the mic being the mouth, reverse engineering nature. So the thing is this concept I'm showing you here, man reverse engineered holography and projection, light shows and light works with this here. How to create virtual realities today and synthetic universes is all based upon what I'm showing you here, what Tesla was trying to show us with this plasma ball, the same thing that the ancestors was showing us. Now, why are we talking about plasma? Because what do people watch? Plasma TV. The sky is one big like plasma TV, but you're inside of it, so you don't have no when you're looking at this blue sky made of gas, it's like neon fluorescent gas. It's liquid. It's gas. It's a mixture of gas and light. This is what plasma is not really gas, but it's not really light. is somewhere in between, and this is how they light up Vegas with this kind of with this whole thing about the neon lighting is what I'm trying to say. So look, plasma screen TVs is actually made by reverse engineering how the sky outside display the stars to us from the ground. They studying flat earth and just unlocking all these technologies based on this one universal truth that they hiding. But go ahead.
Okay, let me go. Let me go. Because I want to whoop your ass with your picture right here. Now I'm a master at graphs and things like that. So I'm looking at this ball right here and want to tilt it on its axis and understanding what north, east, south, and west. But you flat earthers aren't understanding that we're not where that ball is at. That ball is like the core. It's like the core of the earth. So therefore, we'll be somewhere in the middle of there. And therefore, if that's the ether, that's us just going out to the stars. That's the power towards the stars, to where you can come out of that dome, out of that whatever you out of that dome, and then it just be blank pictures and things like that. So if you look at this more like a core and understand that we in the middle, then yeah, we are the ether that's bringing that connection to them stars. You know, that's the energy that, because we all got stardust in us. So if you look at the top to where the sparkle at from the star, that's that connection that's making this world go around like that. We not in the middle where that ball is at. We're like halfway to the end of that dome.
Oh, did he say dome?
Yes, sir.
Oh wow. Oh, hey, so let me ask you this. So
I'm
you
talking
believe
about
that
the
there's
picture. I'm using the picture.
I know, brother. I know. I know. I was just
It's
So I
okay.
just
It's
wanted
okay.
to
It's okay.
visual.
all right. It's okay, brother. I was just popping a little shots. It ain't that deep. What I was gonna ask you is, so you believe that there's people walking sideways and upside down, and you believe that it rains upside down, and boats are traveling upside down, cars are driving upside down. You believe all that, then, right?
No, when I just explained it, you would understand that I don't think it's upside down. If you're looking at that ball like it's the core, and we are coming, that's why you got vertical and horizontally. If we horizontally pointed to that dome, we will be landed, we will be on our feet. So it's no upside down, because it really is that ball that's spinning like that. Just for the simple fact that you would understand it if you can really be in Australia and not see Polaris and understand the curves, or like 100-yard football field, but bro said 3,000 miles away. If it's only 3,000 miles, you understand why you couldn't see the moon from there, from a curve. From a flat earth, that would just
Brother,
demolish
the question we
right
need to
there,
ask
because
is
you
why
can't. Let me
I
finish.
got a question for you. Please teach me. Why can we
Okay.
see the sun and moon in the sky at the same time during the daytime if we're on a globe? Shouldn't the moon be blocked by curvature and be on the other side, giving people nighttime?
No, because sometimes you can see the sun and the moon at the same time, which
Okay.
I've done it multiple times on a globe structure.
Okay, so then check this out. When I'm looking up at the sun and the moon in my sky at the same time, are the people beneath me looking at a sky without the sun and moon? Because if I can see them both, then the people on the opposite side of the globe from me should see nothing, right? We both can't see them both if it's a globe, right?
That's not right. And the reason why. Okay. Okay. The reason why it's not right is because that's why they say the world is spinning as fast as it is. Now, if the world wasn't spinning as fast as it is, which you would have to move to make life, I would think, then you would be right. But since the world is moving as fast as it is, that's why you can still see it.
Wait,
It's almost
what?
like doing a scientific project where you do something, just make a ball structure with a dome just spinning around, and it's going so fast that you're still seeing everything at the same time.
Have
That
that
ball
ever
is
happened to you
wet.
before? But have you ever seen a scientific the scientific method on how to make water stick to a ball?
Exactly.
No,
Imagine
I
the ball
haven't.
being wet.
But we talking about liquid. We talking about water, one of the greatest resources that we will have to this planet. I would think
Yeah.
things unimaginably could happen to something that could shape shift to something else so easily. So I would believe a lot of things weird can go on with water. I
No,
digress.
I'm asking, have you ever seen
No, I
water
ain't seen the
stick to a
video. No, I ain't seen the
you
video.
never
No.
seen it? No, because the question is, so how is it that the water is sticking to our earth, to this
Why not? It's
ball?
falling down to like
Bet
black
you it's
holes in
gravity.
space and shit like that. If gravity
But he never
pulls shit
seen a
down,
he never seen a black hole either though, but he believes it.
yeah,
But go ahead,
yeah.
answer that question about water sticking
I
to a
mean,
ball.
black holes are a theory. I mean, you just got to use your common sense. I mean, who gonna get close to something that can swallow planets? I mean, literally.
It's
So
a theory, right?
that's theory, but and that's something. And what you said that word, that's something that I'm gonna agree on. Just like when you were saying with stars, I think a star is something that was or able to be capable as a planet, especially when you're thinking of, y'all don't believe in God, so you can't really think of the unthinkable. But you know,
So now that we established the theory portion, how do you stand by something that attaches itself to the biggest theory of all time, which is gravity?
I mean, why
Your
wouldn't you believe?
foundation is built around it.
Why wouldn't you believe gravity when I don't want to really say pinch yourself because I'm talking about the maker or something, really actually how you believe, but believe that this world is here. I mean, even if you don't see the picture, even though if somebody couldn't give you the, think about it. If you can't get the real big NASA shot, yeah, but think about it. You somewhere that hold many oceans and pyramids, castles, land, massive lands,
Let
animals, elephants galore. Think of that.
can I ask
Wouldn't
him
that be
something real
something?
quick?
Listen, but by you being alive, and that's by something unthinkable. Why couldn't that be
Hold on,
imaginable
brother.
to a
Let me
small group?
hold
Listen, to
on.
a small group of people claiming flat Earth.
Hold on, brother.
Small group in this
Brother.
big world.
Brother, let me ask you something. When you want to hold water, don't you get a cup?
Ooh.
Yeah, but we talking about the world
Hold
that's
on. No,
spinning that
listen,
fast,
listen,
bro.
listen. What you need to do, just listen to the question I'm asking and just answer it for what it is. I'm going to make a point. Don't try to make the point for me.
Yeah,
All right? Right? Don't you hold water in a cup, brother?
yeah,
If
yeah.
I gave you a ball and a cup and you say, I'm thirsty, brother Sanchez, and I say, look, you want me to pour your water in a cup or on a ball? You would say, quit playing, man, give me the cup. Do you think the creator is that stupid? It will
No,
hold
that's
it.
where
No,
y'all
no, no.
sound stupid.
My question, do you think the creator's so stupid that it said, I need something to hold all of this water. Hand me that ball. Let me pour the water on it to hold it
No,
instead
no.
of
I'm
let me
saying,
pour the water inside of something to contain it, a container.
look, the whole ball theory would have to be from a dummy, and you got to be a dummy to fall for it when you're talking about air. No, at least I would at least don't like them snow cones with the piece of gum inside. I would at least be able to give you pour the water into there to where at least it's that ball left. But how the fuck would the ball be outside where water is just poured on top? No, it's a thing that you call element, an element of air. Air, you can't determine what air can do, but best believe you know that you can survive inside of air. So that crazy ass ball that you're talking about, let's hollow the ball out and pour the water in, not even to the core because the core got land around it, which we're standing on. But some reason that flat earthers want to think that it's some way of being upside down when you're beyond a scientist, you're a creator that made this thing, game of God. I think it's God's game. He gave you all the rules, and this is how you play it. But you don't want to change the landscape to something that's unbelievable when you're using this technology in war and stealth bombers, they're using this from a global Earth standpoint. I don't know if you saying no, it's not no secret object to be we're gonna tell you we're flat earthers really, and this is how you really use the B-40 stealth bomber. No, it's gonna be the real demographics of how a globe structure is, all the way from GPS that can tell you where your car was at a week ago. I mean, you should be able to understand that. That's not too understandable. I know. I mean, you always supposed to search for the truth.
Longitude and latitude. Yep.
You know that you always supposed to search for the truth. We do know the government lied to us, but think of this. I was telling somebody the other day. We got Oprah Winfrey. We got more stronger, rich black people. Even this is just from the 50s. We was what you call ignorant and dumb and illiterate. We didn't know how to read. But from reading, we got a black president. Okay. And I mean, it's just certain things to when we wake up. I mean, niggas are even smart enough 10 years ago to know to not really kill somebody from Crip or blood, just from colors. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's dumb to kill a brother just for red or blue. Niggas really thinking that to where they want to. So it's things that we will learn and mature over the years. And there's lies to deceive us, from welfare to Section 8 to deceiving black men and things like that. That stuff really have happened. But I would believe the government put a scheme in to drop dope off the freeway, Ricky, to kill off black people to think the world is flat.
I got a quick question for the flat earthers about their projection system. Do y'all have evidence of that, Brother Sanchez? Y'all got proof of that? Because I mean, I'm really stuck on this space with the globe, and I don't see how you're seeing the projection system work, where it's coming from. You gotta like get more detail on that.
My bad, I was away from the mic, but I can still hear you. So what was your question again? You were saying something about you stuck on the universe. Can you re-clarify that? My bad, I'm back, here we go.
Yeah, so pretty much my teachings, you know, my upbringing, you know what I'm saying? Me, I was in the military this some time. I don't see how you can say from what you're saying there's a projection system. You know, like, where's your proof of this? Do you have any type of evidence? Because from what you're saying, to me, doesn't make sense. To me, space makes way more sense compared to there being a projection system in the North Pole.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this right here, right? What makes sense to you and the nature of our reality are two different things. Often, what's reality and what's possible in reality may seem senseless to people who don't understand the nature of reality. We look at new technology today and we don't understand how it works, but we understand how to use it. And likewise with the earth, nothing man is doing is new. So what I'm telling you is that when you get into and start understanding what projection is, it's a synonym for the word expansion. In global theory, the globe sits within an expanded universe or a projected universe. When you're dealing with light, you're dealing with triangulation from a point of singularity. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you this, right, brother? And I'm gonna deal with your knowledge and I'll deal with my own. But I want everybody on the panel to be patient with me as I try to share this, brother, these slides. I don't need people cutting in like soon as I start I'm about to start screen sharing and shit. So let me go ahead and get into this. Brother, I'm about to show you the images now that'll answer your question in more detail. So hold up, I'm getting them now. Now let the brother build while I access those if he wanna interject based on what I'm saying while I grab that, but go ahead.
Okay, so you saying nobody has written this down or detailed this in history?
Written what down or detailed what?
that this projection system or this expansion system coming
Yeah,
from those folks.
this come from this is ancient cosmology. This is what flat Earth is based on. I'm about to show it to you now. Hold your horses. And I'm gonna show you your version and my version, so that it should make a lot of sense to you when you see it that way. You are familiar with this being a globe believer. This is a picture of your universe, right? That's why I'm pulling this up for you to start off with what you believe, because I grew up believing this, and then we'll pull up what's on the flat Earth side. So hold on. Now, this predates your belief. The image I'm showing now, this here predates all of the Big Bang images I just showed you. So now let's
Date on this.
Hold on. What you said now?
What's the date on this?
All of this stuff go back to pre-dynastic time. All of these conceptions of the Earth, all of this is pre-dynastic stuff, way before space people was talking about a flat Earth. We can agree on that, right? We both learned that, right?
Yeah. No,
all right,
definitely.
cool. So no time to waste there. So I'm gonna keep it moving. So here's one of those flat Earth conceptions, but I want to show you the parallels, and they're parallels because of something called plagiarization. Now, the image you seeing here is nothing. It's created by something called projection or expansion. This is how light works. When you cut a flashlight on, the brightest point is the smallest circle in the middle. That's the flashlight. If I shine a flashlight directly in your eye, the light luminosity breaks down into rings, just like what we see here in the flat Earth system. And that's why they tell you the universe is made out of light that's expanded. It started from Big Bang, which is the explosion of light. The question is, why do y'all think it's fire? It never taught that. That explosion was actually light, which is a synonym of life, expanding from the darkness, an idea being born in the mind of a creator. The universe was conceived, it was not created. It was simply imagined, and so it was. There was no water around for the creator to make oceans. It had an idea, and an idea manifested. Here we are right now. And an idea expanded from the mind of the one that thought of this great idea called life. So when we look at this image that they give us for the accelerated or expanded or projected universe, this is no different than holography. Let me show you something real quick, brother, because it ain't about a debate. If I can get you to understand something, then we can see each other's viewpoints, whether we accept them or not. But this city here is made out of light that's being projected from the ground, which I was just teaching with the plasma ball. It's a very old concept. All that exists is light. Everything around us, matter is made out of idea. What is that? Your brain is a thought box. Now I know I'm going deep. Let me show you something just to go deep though. You ever saw this image of a thought box before? This thought box right here gets its shape from the human brain. No bullshit. Let me show you. But it's also getting to why we store everything on a cloud. I'm finna go deep with this shit because we gotta go deep. That's why I put advanced in the title. When you look at the human brain, right? Look at this human brain, then you look at a thought box. That's what I'm telling you. But when you look at what the ancestors said about the ether that encloses everything, we're inside of a huge thought box. If you look at this image that they giving you here, brother, you see all of the worlds expanded from the Big Bang inflation right here at the bottom. And as it expands outward, new worlds are created, and it expands exponentially. So if you look at this image, they literally get it from this ancient flat Earth concept which says, just like a ripple effect, when you drop a rock in the water, you get this pattern expansion from a point. This is how life was created. It's the oldest symbol in the universe. They turned that to the solar system. So whether you agree with that or not, my brother, I ain't talking to you, King Rod, right now. You only cut in when two people talking. Wait your turn, bro. Real talk, man. You gotta let this brother respond. It's his question. Go ahead, man. Daryl, go ahead so we can get King Rod in, man. I'm gonna stop right there and allow people to interject because this can be lengthy stuff. Go ahead.
No, I
Got it.
understand. No, go ahead, do what you was doing. But so you're explaining to me how the universe was made. Universe was made, but you're saying there is no universe.
I'm not explaining to you how the universe is made. I'm answering your question. You said, are there any remnants of the concepts you speak of with the flat earth thing that you can actually pull up? So that's why I went through the trouble of saying, hold on, let me get my screen sharing, all that. So what I said to do to make it easy was not only will I show you my conception, I show you how it was morphed into today's conception of the accelerated, expanded universe. That's why I put them side by side. But go ahead.
Okay, then you say you're going to show me the ancient examples of how, because I want to see in the history of somebody seeing this or documenting this.
If someone's seeing this or documenting this, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, look, let me show you something real quick. When you talk about documentation, it don't take this offensive, but that's so laughable because when you talk about pre-dynastic time, there were no documents, there were no papyrus. We talking about symbols and structures that date back beyond papyrus, like the one I'm about to show you. Wait on it. Can you still see my screen share? You see this?
Yeah.
All right, take a look at this image a minute, because what you looking at is a step pyramid in South America. But if you look at it, during the time they made it, they was teaching flat earth, and it was in honor of the cosmology. It was in honor of the universe. If you look at this image that I keep showing you of the flat earth, and if you look at what they did here, you asking me for documentation, I'll do you better. I'll show you entire archaeological structures that speaks for me.
But why you got to go back so far? This thing's at the North Pole.
Okay, I rest my case if you're going to ask that. If you're only, listen, hold up. If your only argument or question for what I'm saying is why I'm going back far, I love that. I can stop right there. I'm going to take that as a pat on the back. Yeah, I go back far on it. That's going deep. I go all the way back. You right? Appreciate that, man.
No, I'm saying with evidence of the North Pole being this projection system. That's all I'm looking for. It's like,
that's what I'm showing you here. You don't see what I'm showing you here? The evidence of the North Pole being a projecting system. You don't see what I'm showing you here? Let me show you another one here. I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna pass the mic around. Here's a collage I made. Check it out. That's the Big Bang in the top left, and everything else about the ripple effect. You can see how when you speak through a bullhorn, your voice is projected. But now let me show you something though. Let's do this. Let's actually pull up a projecting machine so you can see why one of the oldest gods in history was the Cyclops in Greek history. One of their oldest gods was the one-eyed Cyclops, what they said reality came from. So what they was talking about, the one-eyed Cyclops, was what all the ancients was saying, what I'm saying about how our reality is basically holographic. Light expands. And I'm going to just pull up this one, just to be quick. If you see how this projecting machine, the one eye, shooting out the triangle of life, or the tree of life, of light, the tree of light is made out of light, tree of light or life. All life is light based. So what I'm saying is, it starts brightest at the smallest point, and the more it expands, the dimmer it get. Just like a ripple effect, the bigger rings are the most least visible. They blurry, like they're fading out, but the ones close to the middle are more defined. But that's the universe creating balance. The universe saying, since you big, you ain't gonna be that visible. And since you small, y'all will be more visible. And the bigger you get, the more to the back I'ma push you with your big head itself, just to keep the balance. Let the children get in front. You hate when a family pose and the adults be in front of the children, blocking them out the picture, egotistical. Get your big ass behind the children. That's this concept here, brother. That's the same concept here where the children replace the elders. Ripple effect, expansion, generations. Each ring is a generation, is generated from the center. They took this, turned it to chaos, which is the Big Bang, which is it's the point, it's the place where the idea started at. But the idea didn't start at the beginning. It started just like we see it today, and I can go deeper on that, but I want to share the mic. All right, let me share the mic. Allow people, y'all go ahead and interject, man.
Hey, I want to ask Daryl a question. What he pretty much saying is that the North Pole is like the center, so everything that starts from the center expands out. Like, I'm gonna ask you this question: what is the opposite of center?
It has no opposite. Center don't have an opposite. That's why it's divine.
Exactly.
Center
So
don't have, yeah.
it don't have no opposite. So pretty much what he's saying is like everything that starts from the center expands out like a ripple effect. If like you say, if you drop a rock in the pond, you're gonna see that the ripples are gonna make an effect and they're gonna expand outward. So that's pretty much what the universe is, and he's showing you that the early concepts is from like ancient cosmology was before the whole entire globe was even thought of.
Right.
It wasn't even in conception.
And
So
So y'all saying the North Pole is the center of our so-called universe.
And you know what? Not only are we saying it, but every compass on this earth is saying it with us. Go buy a compass. It's going to point to what I'm saying, not what you saying.
he said he was in the Navy, so he know where all compasses point to. So
It point to what we saying and not what nobody else saying. That's right.
Okay,
exactly.
you saying that everything expands out, and that map you showed me was of what they documented so far as the expansion.
That's just a conception, brother. Why you keep talking about documents? What I just showed this brother a whole temple and he wants some papers. Why we
No,
talking documents when I'm showing you entire structures built in honor of the cosmos and the way people perceived it during the time they built the structure? How is that hard for your mind to grasp? This is not even advanced. We ain't even got advanced yet. We working our way up. Yeah.
grasping the concept. I'm just looking at the point of you're saying that the North Pole is the center. It expanded from the North Pole.
Yeah, I showed it. It's so simple how I showed it with a ripple effect. Bloop, drop the rock in the water, see how the ripples expand from the center. If you don't understand that, I don't think we can really help.
I understand, and it's still expanding today, right?
Exactly. I don't teach against the expansion of it. If you want to get into the ancient conception, it goes even further in detail about this projection process, and it's way different than the universe just being stretched apart and then we all die. It's not like that. We can talk about, if you want to go deeper about the whole expansion process, we can, but I'm letting y'all cut in too. If you want me to go on that, I will after I let them interject. Go ahead, y'all.
So pretty much, Daryl, the universe is infinite. So it's like it's not like we're saying that it expands and then it has a stopping point. Like infinity never stops. So that's just to give you a point right there to think about.
So you're saying that the Earth never stops.
No
You know,
one's talking about the earth here. I'm giving you,
we're
we're talking
talking about the
about the
cosmos.
universe now.
Yeah.
See, listen, brother.
Wait, so
Hold
you're
on,
talking
hold on. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out right here. Let's go to this image. Since we talking about ripple effects, let's go to this one. Boom. Now, it's the same thing that you learned. That's why I put your shit up. Here's your shit in the top left corner, the Big Bang Theory. So you can't act brand new right now, brother, because yours is actually more complicated to understand than ours. Like, you really got to go to all these colleges and on the theories and all that stuff, whatever. But mine is based upon you just going outside, dropping a rock in the water. The ripple's going to expand on a flat surface and create flat ripples and a flat horizon, like based upon what we see outside. And then you couldn't do this on a ball of water, so to speak, but that's for later. Look at this collage and it'll show you. This collage will free your mind, brother. Just look at it. The flat earth is on here, as well as these structures. When you talk about it expanding, when you understand it is made out of light, you will see that it's not physical matter that's stretching apart. When you get outside of this world, let me show you something. Because I'm probably hogging the mic, but it's kind of a deep bill. So let me.
Y'all got a one-on-one, so I mean, you could.
But I got a question though, because y'all said there's no space.
Well, hold on. Before you get there, let me just wrap this up. Look, if you are, can you see this holographic city? Look, check this out, brother. If you are holographic human walking around this holographic city, I couldn't convince you that you made out of light because you are the light. But if you die and your little fake avatar body in this holographic city get placed in a holographic cemetery, the real you gonna be outside of this city, but still walking around this city. We won't be able to see you, but you'll be able to see through the walls, walk through the walls. This is where they get the ghost concept from. This is what they talking about, antimatter and the anti-material world and the material world. The material world is light-based. The anti or the dark matter is when you outside of this hologram is made of light. That's when we die. And we're on the outside looking in, and we can encourage people that's in this little matrix of light. This is Saturn light matrix here. But think about it. The reason it's called Saturn because it looked like a ripple effect. The whole ripple effect that I keep showing you with Saturnism. But check this out, brother. The thing about it is if you die and you become in your spiritual body looking into this world, you left the world, but you didn't leave the world. You just on a different dimension. That's what I'm telling you. It's layers to reality. And we in one layer. So now I hope that ought to let you see what I mean about these different rings here. Each one is a layer that we born into. You born in and out, and you born deeper and deeper into these layers of a light matrix, light matrices. It's a fractal code. It zoom in forever and it zoom out forever. But I'm gonna stop right there and you go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, bro, I'll go on you, man. Look at that, man. You had the nerve to say.
Okay, go ahead, man.
You had the nerve to say God didn't have enough water.
No, I just had the mouth and tongue to say it, but go ahead.
And you looking at that picture right there, and you said God didn't have enough water.
I ain't say none of that. When did I say that, y'all?
You did say that. You said he must have didn't have enough water.
I swear I didn't say that, man.
Okay. Well, it happened about 13 minutes ago. Let's go back about 10 or 13 minutes ago. You said God didn't have enough water.
Man, I think you ain't really listening to
me.
Bro,
you got in tune with the wrong shit.
I'm listening to you, but it was funny. But anyway,
listen.
Your frequency all fucked up.
God didn't have enough water. That's so black.
Nobody said no shit like that, bro.
You did. Don't cut it out either.
No, he did.
Now, if you could please go to the picture that you had, where you had, it's like a circle with it shining. And it showed how the light was. It's the picture you ain't showing.
Is this here?
No, it was
the Tesla Nebula ball. I think that's what it's called. I forgot what it's called.
There you go.
There we go.
Not that one. Not that one.
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, brother,
it was the other one that you ain't showed yet, that you showed already.
hey man, brother, you come
That
on now,
that
man.
that one right there.
This one.
Yeah, right there. Now, if you can look at that, man, you can look at that and you see how it's spread. I'm glad you used that picture. So that will show you that the Earth is a globe, and you've seen how the light is spreading. That's how they determine the distance away. That's how you have daytimes on about half of the world, and it's night times on the other side of the world. Now, if you understand the projection and everything, and how I made my funny and move my hand, like, say, for instance, the Karate Kid, but in the circular motion, the first Karate Kid, you know what I'm saying?
Come on,
It's
brother.
going to still seem like you at the same spot in that split second, determining how the size of the world is. But, my excuse is God made it like that for everything to happen like it is happening now. So you look at that, and then you go, and if you just look at the picture that you're showing, you can see it will be eternity throughout how wide the light spread. Because think of this in dark matter. Outside of the lightest, the end of that light of the widest part of the tunnel, then that's where you would have space and dark matter and things and stuff like
See,
that.
well, I
So
don't use the. Okay,
that's
all
just
right,
the
man.
theory
All right.
of the light of even shining on the basketball. I remember me and you showed me that video, like,
You win, yeah.
no, okay, like the first time that me and you got up on the thing. So therefore, I mean, I don't understand where is you getting this flat Earth when
Right,
it
right,
wouldn't
right, 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 right. We're gonna
it
see
wouldn't
if
work.
someone else wanna build on that with you. Good job, man. Go ahead to the next brother. I want to just make sure everybody get a chance to touch that mic, man. Y'all brothers, go ahead, cause when I grab that thing, I have it a while. So speak now, or forever hold your peace.
It's
Going one.
spoken, man. The
Man,
globe winning,
this has
bro.
been a
Wise.
good one because at the end of the day, I don't see how you niggas is still believing in the globe when all of these proofs is like in the pudding. Because it's past words and languages at this point. You can see it in the symbols. The symbols speak to the soul. So if this shit don't really add up to you, it's just because you trying to put the lie in front of it. Because when it comes to what your eyes see, the way they get you to lie to yourself is they tell you ignore what the fuck you see in front of you and look down at this goddamn book with the shit that we put in there telling you what the truth really is.
Yeah, like they gotta train their eye, which is that third eye, like you say, and the
No, you
soul.
got to
Right.
So
train your
If
brain.
they wanted to legally tell you that the color blue is now the color red or whatever, and when you look up
know
into
what
the
you
sky
see
it's
is in
red.
the back of
But
your
they can
brain,
tell
though,
you
with
when
your
the
eyes,
eclipse
bro.
is going to happen from a global point of
Yeah,
Yeah,
view.
but
yeah.
listen to what I'm saying. Listen,
People,
so can
Motherfucker,
a
when the
flat
eclipse is
earther.
going to happen,
look,
come on, you got to
people.
wake
Listen,
up. You
Hold
stop,
on,
like,
listen to
wait
what
a
stop,
I'm
minute,
saying.
you
brother.
Listen
told
to what
me
I'm saying.
exactly.
People who talk
Hold
that
on,
the
let me
earth
answer
was
that.
flat could do the same, man. Good.
Exactly. Now, yeah, now one people that right think the earth is flat can do the exact same thing, brother. But you got to remember, of course, they can give you the truth if that's what they plagiarize and they fucking lie from. Think about that. You're not telling me shit. What is that, bro? Everything that they said is literally a carbon copy print of the shit that our ancestors put out for us. Whether it's been the ring shape, whether it's been that goddamn Big Bang, whether it's been anything, it's a fractal code, bro. You can't ignore it. When it comes to fractal codes, I don't need a nigga's book to tell me whether it's true or not. I can see it for myself. It's all in nature. Just like trees look like my lungs, certain plants look like vaginas. It's just like everything is what it is, bro. If you can't connect with that, then something's wrong with you. If you rather believe a money making billions and trillions of dollars off you believing or whatever a goddamn lie or a belief period. It's
Quick,
like that's on you. Y'all grown ass men. You don't need beliefs no more. You could put that shit down. You don't need to believe in the government to take care of you because I know y'all niggas got trades or your own businesses or whatever that is. And you don't gotta believe, like I said, and motherfuckers telling you you're in a place that they left but you can't leave.
hey,
It's
Okay,
like
but
these
how can you
motherfuckers ain't going
disprove?
nowhere.
a person that can tell you when an eclipse is gonna happen, man.
Hold on, listen
Hey,
to what they're
hold
saying.
on,
Hold on,
hold
hold on.
on, hold
Also,
on, hold
also,
on, hold on, hold
also.
on,
You
hold on.
see it though.
Hold on.
Wait. Also,
Like,
how can you wait?
that's a bad
Also,
motherfucker.
Hold
now
on.
listen.
Ain't
How
nobody
can
that
Hold on.
smart.
Let me
listen to me.
Defies
answer him
laws
real
of
quick. Let me
gravity.
answer him real
Listen to
quick.
That's
me.
that science
No,
shit you was talking about
I
a
got
week
him,
ago,
dog. It's like you
Sanchez,
gotta
about
remember this,
disproving
bro.
shit.
Hold on, listen, bro. It's like when it comes to that, you also gotta remember they telling you we got satellites and shit with connections that we can get feedback from thousands and millions of miles away from Earth or whatever, snapping pictures when they can't even fucking find certain connections in a cave, and I can't get connection from my cell phone
Yes. So you
downstairs.
think we
Stop
on a
playing with me,
frisbee?
bro.
The man said, how can we explain the fact that they can make predictions with the stars? The predictions have nothing to do with the shape of the earth. There are people who are astrologers and didn't go to school. There are YouTubers who are making predictions with the stars. They got millions of subscribers. They're the best astrologers. They wrote books on it, didn't go to school about it. They can tell you all these predictions with the stars. They can do all of the same things. And these folks may not even care about the shape of the earth. That ain't even in their interest. They just deal with astrology, stars, and astronomy and things of that nature, which you can't deal with that and think because a person can do that, that proves the shape of the earth. It just proves that they can make predictions with the stars. That's all it does. Now let's get back to the shape of the earth and let someone else speak, shall we?
Hey Sanchez, can you pull up the ISS live feed real quick just so we can look at it?
All right, while we let also someone interject with the next point or whatever to the bill while I get that. Definitely go ahead, guys. Hey, it's too many brothers on the panel for y'all to be uh don't nobody wanna build to what the gentleman is saying while I access this for the brother. Go ahead.
Pretty much, I'm just trying to figure out why we gotta believe and like use semantics on trying to like explain stuff when we could just use reality just to prove it. Like so.
Hey, what do you mean reality? Because when you walk outside, the earth is flat. That's what you mean?
No, not just only that. Well, okay. If you're saying that the Earth is flat when you walk outside, why would you say that if you don't believe that the Earth is flat?
Because he's saying it ain't flat when you leave off of it, but he never left off of it, so he believe it's round because somebody else said I did and it's round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like if you
Like,
can't prove in reality that you saw it in person, to be like, oh, okay, this motherfucker is round. Like when I, leave the ground or whatever. So it's like, why would you? I'm like, why do you believe it if you haven't experienced it yourself? Like, have you went up in the sky above,
I
let's
mean,
say, a
realistically,
million miles up? Just
I mean,
for hypothetical, because that's all we use in these fucking you know mathematical equations. We got to use hypothetics and shit. We're not just like getting an accurate number. Like they will say the moon is 93 million miles away, and it's like, how the fuck can we track that far of a what is it, far of a measurement of like where is it located?
as far as like light years and stuff, I mean, that's a science. Man. I mean, because above our understanding, don't mean it can't be utilized. But my whole thing is that
Wait,
it
say that again. You said just because it's above our understanding, it don't
don't.
mean it can't be utilized.
Yeah, I mean they can't use it. And one more thing is this: is that if the whole
But like,
art,
what if they're being wrong though? That's the thing. Like, if we
yo,
can't
I mean, yo,
utilize it and
they can be
understand it,
wrong.
why the hell would we
They can
use it? Like, I want to understand stuff. Like, I want to understand what's going on. Like you said, we do shit on this earth with technology where we don't understand, but we just know how to use it because we just been using it all this time. We don't understand how to like create it ourselves and make it, and basically, like they say, like re-engineer it in our own form through basically, the creator of how the cosmos work or anything, like how he said we're using a microphone. We could use a microphone by our own mouth, by just talking. We could use headphones just to listen like our own ears. So it's like if we can't be able to like all I'm saying is like we can't duplicate it in reality, why the hell do we have to believe in it just because somebody else said something about it? Like,
Because
if we can't,
technology is way beyond our understanding, man.
so you saying this way beyond our
You said
understanding?
technology is way beyond our understanding.
I said their technology, yeah, their technology.
It's the same
But you know what?
technology on Earth.
But it's not beyond their understanding. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not.
That's because the understanding of it is patented. You do know that, right? They ain't gonna let you know, because that's the only thing. That's all. Well, that's another topic though. But y'all can go ahead.
That's true.
But my whole thing, like the argument can be that because we didn't see it ourselves, don't mean it's not true. That's not
No, I'm saying because I didn't see it myself, it just means it's not science. It just means, do you believe him or don't you?
Yeah, like you saying it's science, we gotta believe it, bro. We can't even see it. Like
But
in
listen,
reality, like if I'm gonna say, I've been on the moon and
like,
you never been on the moon, you're supposed to believe me. It's like, why would you believe me? I could be lying.
when you take pills based on that science, not knowing that it,
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I
I'm
don't.
not saying
You
I'm
know
saying,
what?
but
Nobody take pills on the same science they use to believe in space. Can I prove to you how that's true?
I'm fine. I'm saying as far as me believing that science, we ain't go too deep into that. I want to stick on the flat Earth topic. You know what I'm saying, more on that. But
You brought it up, but go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I want to get back to how you were saying the Earth I want to get back to how your creation story equates to the Earth being the main place of our universe. Like, I want you to go deep into that because that kind of threw
Okay.
me off.
Good
If you
question.
don't believe in space, right? You don't
All
believe
right,
in no space at all.
all right. So no, I don't believe that there's no part of this universe you can go to and find emptiness or space or unoccupied sections. You know, that's
So
to
that
me is crazy.
and North Pole is the center of it all.
And I'm gonna pull up more images to answer you to make sure that I definitely not only hold on, I want to show you what's going on here. Okay, here go the next one, brother. Let's share this one real quick. Go here.
And the sun and the moon comes from that North Pole.
Hold on a second. Let me show you something here. See, the thing about his questions is I'm actually teaching exactly what they taught him, but they flipped it inside out. So check this out, brother. Here it is right here. You look at this image here.
Yep.
Let me show you something, right? Let's look at the moon in sky during day, right? Now let's pull up another image real quick. Moon in sky during night. Now I want you to look at something, brother. And I also got images too of you can see stars through the moon. Now look, if you look at this image, brother, you can see the black sky through the moon. You can see the black sky through this holographic projection that we call the moon. Is not nothing physical. It's holographic. Now let's go to the day sky. You can see the blue sky through it. Look at it. This is a good one here. You can see the blue sky through the moon. You can see the background, the blue background. This is a very faint light hologram that we're calling the moon. You can't land on it. You go clean through it. And it's being projected from the ground. It's just like the bat symbol. Remember in Batman, the bat light would shine from the building. It'll make a triangle and it'll land on the clouds as a flat circle with the symbol, and people will look up and say, oh, that's the bat symbol. No one said, oh, the bat symbol is just floating in the sky. They knew it was being projected from the bat house to the sky, and everybody can see it up there. And they knew that it was coming from Batman house, that his house was kind of like the North Pole. Everything coming, all the lights we see in the sky has been projected up. The sky don't have no lights for real. It's just a blue sea or a black sea day or night. The lights in the sky are projected there. They sit within this blueness like ice cubes sitting in water. And as the sky is stirred, the cubes are stirred. That would be the sun and moon. This is dealing with light though. So what's this light is being moved by magnetism. Like I said, you can get into this with fluorescent tubes and shit and Crookes tubes as well. How
Hey,
you can
bro.
actually steer light with magnetism. But I'm having a conversation, King Rod. We in the middle of it. You gotta wait, brother. You always do that. I don't know if you do it on purpose, but when the brother get his chance to respond, since he led me here, then you can go. I want to be respectful. So I'm gonna stop right there since the brother want to interject. Go ahead, man. To Daryl, I think, who brought that up.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that this same light at the North Pole that started the origin is what's shining the luminaries in the sky, the moon, the sun, and the stars.
Yeah, I'm saying basically everything in reality was created at the center of the earth and expanded outward. If all there was darkness, there was no water, wood, nothing to make trees with, nothing. So where did the material world come from? If there was a big bang, where did the stuff of life come from if it was nothing is at first? What I'm telling you is how I answer that question is by going by what the ancestors said with the flat earth origin. They said that nothing is material. It's all made out of the idea of the creator. When if the creator is within this darkness, it had an idea called life. And when it had the idea, the idea manifested as an idea, not as wood and water. It was just it's an idea in the creator's mind right now. And we're the living idea. You know what I'm saying? So when they said we made in the image of the creator, it's because we made in the imagination. Everything is being imagined in the dark by the great mind of a conceiver. So the universe was conceived. Yes, the thought had a starting point, but the thought didn't start at the beginning. It'll be like a movie coming on in the middle. So when the creator had an idea called life, it didn't have the idea in an infant phase. It didn't conceive of itself creating creation. It did it the way, if I tell you right now, think of a green house in your head. You just thought of the house. It popped up in the darkness as a green house instantly. That's what our reality is. That's how it existed. It was conceived instantly as is. The creator then, if it'll be like me saying, hey man, think of a green house, and you say, hold up, let me go get the wood, let me get the green paint. And I'm like, bro, why are you building a house in your mind? Just think of it. Everybody else can just think of that shit and a greenhouse, boom. The nigga that's saying, hold up, I ain't got my thought ready yet. Let me build my house in my mind. We like, bro, use your mind the right way. You can just build it, pop it up. I can turn it red right now. Did you paint it first? No, my mind is beautiful. So creation was conceived the same way in the darkness of the mind. Now, nothing is material. That's why the material world phases in and out of what we call creation, because thoughts are remembered and then they're forgotten and remembered and forgotten. That can be called life and death, life and death. Nothing is really forgotten. It's just cycles of memory. Things are loaded in and out of the collective thought at different times. So sometimes the moon will go away. We'll say that's an eclipse. It'll come back. The sun will go away sometime. Oh, solar eclipse. Certain stars go away, come back, or see what I'm saying? Humans live and die, come back. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing material is really material. The nature of everything at its finest level, at its finest state of matter is light. Now that may be too deep for most, but this the shit the ancestors was on. And to me, this make hella more sense than diamond planets and fullerenes and cosmids and plasmids and you know all that dumb shit. Diamond worlds and planets where frogs are all red, planets where it rain milk, planets where the Cheerios grow from the ground. Hey, it's planets up there, you know, where the air is just made out of farts. When you start getting into their way of interpreting universe, anything is possible. Like monkey planets, lizard planets, planets with only goldfishes. But this shit here, it goes deeper and start talking about the spiritual aspect of our reality, which is light-based. And I'll rest again right there and let brothers interject if y'all want to add to the bill or oppose.
Oh, the panel dropped. But I get what you're saying, Sanchez. Like you saying, it's like it wasn't no physical material to create it, so it's like how else would it be, you know, there? So I get what you're saying, but like I wanted to ask you this question: do you feel like the creation was kind of like, I don't want to get into like sexualism or all that, whatever they call the term, but like, do you feel like conception is pretty much like an asexual way of creating something, like a sexual reproduction, like they create, like plants procreate by themselves without needing another medium to create it or something like that?
You want to clarify and go a little bit more deeper? Sounds a little,
Like,
yeah.
like when you say like the creator, right? When the creator created, the creator like thought of the universe and it having definition after it thought it would, thought of the universe in conception. Like, do you feel like is it like a similar way of like saying it had a sexual reproduction of birthing the universe in a sense through conception? Or I'm kind of like off the source with it.
It's the act of conceiving an original thought, a sexual act.
Yeah, like, cause you're saying that it birthed the universe, and I was saying that since you're talking about birthing the universe through conception, is that like a sexual way of, giving birth? Like that's what the creator did in a sense.
That would be the true immaculate conception, if you will.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
So like immaculate, when you put the two C's, it can be pronounced like Gucci. So immaculate, like it's almost damn near like the imaginative conception, like I just explained. It was imagined. It was simply conceived and boom. It only exists as the thought. But since you are the thought, you think it's real. You see what I'm saying? But when we outside and we exist in the layer behind this reality, we can see this thought for what it is. Like I say, it's a huge thought box around this whole little holographic city. It's a ether. That's why I kept pulling up. Let's pull up this right here, Norse flat earth, right? Think of a tree or a piece of broccoli. It's gonna look like a big cloud, like a thought box, what I was showing y'all earlier. Around this little flat disc in the middle, this is the holographic city we own. But around us is the atmosphere, the spirit. We're inside of like this light-based matrix. And it only seems like it has weight and feeling to it because we are the light. But when you get outside of it, it'll be like if you was standing around this table looking at a holographic city, my brother, You'll say, man, this is really neat. This is cool technology. And guess what you'll do? You'll wave your hands through the buildings and shit, and your hands will go straight through the buildings. You won't be able to touch the light. It'll just go through it. But if you was an actual human inside of this holographic city, you wouldn't be able to just walk through the buildings. To you, it seemed physical. You don't know it's light.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you about these different layers of our reality. So we came into this one, which is this light world we in now, from a one that we're gonna go back to upon death. So all of this tie into the afterlife and stuff too. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and let brothers interject. Go ahead.
Hey, let me go real quick. Guess what's fake about it? What's fake about that picture you showed with the tree? There's nothing that's real in reality that's nurturing that tree. That's from the bottom. See, that's from a fake point of view. That's a dream right there. That tree is there because we are not on a tree that's really holding the world up or anything like that. That's not the tree of life. So that's where you get the misconception of reality because that's not what we're on. You see what I'm saying? So when you
Now,
understand that tree, when you see that tree right there, you would understand that's fake. It ain't no dirt under it. It's only space, so it's not gonna live. It's not gonna survive. If you want to give it to God that's doing something special, where that little green grass is at the bottom of the tree by the roots, unless you want to make that some type of reality.
Are you ready for your answer? Cool.
That's just your imagination.
So cool. It ain't my imagination, like I told the brother earlier. If Killer King Rod want to see this tree as a real fucking tree outside, this conversation is over his head, and I'd rather keep having it with the other brother, because everyone know this is just artwork, and that the tree of this whole image is to represent the mind of the creator, which is what we're in. So if you look at this image right here, and you look at this image, you can see that they're the same shit, and that the sky great rift of heaven that they talk about, the great rift, the crack in the sky, is what split nights from day, or left brain from right brain. But
bro, we talking about a world.
Hold on. Yeah, so look, let's do. Let me mute you real quick. Stay muted till I finish, if you don't mind. So, like they show you in the cartoons, all the thoughts are around the brain, spinning around. That became Jesus' halo. But really, the same way we're made is the same way the earth is made. And it's all based upon thought power, or light and thought are the same. Like when they show you the idea with the light bulb, but the universe was an idea. That's why it start with let there be light, or this Big Bang expansion. When you look at this ancient cosmos, it's showing you the light expanding from the middle, just like what they teach. And then it shows you the whole entire universe inside of this bubble of life. That's why we call a light bulb a light bulb. It's a light bubble. And our universe shaped just like a light bulb. If you get a light bulb and put it next to this picture, you will see that the light bulb shaped just like this, with the little slim part coming toward the bottom. So, I mean, what I'm showing is what the ancients taught. I'm not saying the ancients right or wrong. I'm saying I think that the ancients are right. It's enough facts for me to go with this ancient ideology of the cosmos than it is to do with the modern theories. I can actually prove holography. I can prove light expanding. I can drop a rock in the water, see a ripple effect. I can prove all of this, but I can't prove gravity or none of the theories in the other one. So this is not only beautiful shit, but it can be proven with real science, not the pseudo shit. But I'm gonna let brothers interject again.
I just recognize that that's the Ouroboros, the snake, biting his tail, kind of like the Taurus field. Yeah,
you right. And that's the human brain on the brain stalk, broadening off at the base with the shoulders at the base of the tree. When we have Christmas, we have a base of our Christmas tree the same way at the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, y'all on point. Yeah, we If they can't pick up on it, it ain't for everybody. But go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel it.
Y'all, you want
Yeah,
to keep
but
going,
Killer King
CJ?
Rod,
Yeah.
I don't know why he was. I don't know why he was trying to say like it ain't a real like thing. Like it's basically showing you the concept of how it can make sense in like our reality, like with our cosmos. Like we can't literally see the cosmos in like physical form. Like we only can show, like you say, like diagrams and ideas of it to where it replicates to where it makes sense on a micro and macro form. So. You just got to tie the fractals and the connections.
Yeah, brother, but it would never make sense, man. You got to understand that's just a form of somebody's imagination. When you look at that tree,
But
it
the
got
creation
water
was
on
an
top of it.
imagination that we living
You
in.
got
This is an
water and
imagination.
land. Listen, you got water fucked it
Uh-huh.
up. Water and land on top of a fucking tree. Okay, so that will make no. It looked like a globe where you can put some snow and shake the
That's the
motherfucker up to
cosmic
Santa
egg.
Claus. You
Like
see
you
what I'm
said, the
saying?
What is
atmosphere,
he
bro.
talking about? Water and
You
land
see
on
what I'm
top of a tree. What is he
so
talking
so
about?
so
He
what
don't
I'm
I don't
saying.
understand.
know.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
what he
talking
It's
don't
about
the
the
understand.
tree.
tree.
It's
Look at
the
the
tree.
tree.
It's the
The
tree of
tree
light
got
representing.
mountains. It got mountains
Alright.
on it. It has a fucking volcano, some shit, water
Let me show
on
you
top
how
of a tree.
crazy this is. Let me
You're
show you.
not gonna put a fucking
Hold on. Wait,
ocean
wait,
on
wait, wait,
top
wait,
of
wait.
fucking
Let me show you how crazy it
digging
is.
dirt in real life.
Hold on, nigga. Shut your big mouth ass up. Listen for a minute. I'm trying to show you something. It's fucking artwork, brother. Look at here. This is artwork. To people that believe in the globe and believe in Christ like you, guess what? This is beautiful artwork to you. And don't nobody never say, he got big ass hands in space. How can you have human hands holding the earth? You know it's artwork. You know it's just art. They didn't have a white man holding the earth. They had a tree holding it because that's neutral. That ain't racist. Because if you got a white man in your spiritual art holding the earth, then somebody gonna say, well, why a black man can't hold it? Or why a
Yeah.
Chinese man can't hold it? That's divisive and racist. The ancestors didn't have this kind of art here, brother. They had this kind. Anybody looking at this won't argue. Everybody agree with a tree being something that's sustainable for life. Without the trees, we can't live here. So what other thing to personify that which foundates the earth as something that we need to live like a tree, which make perfect sense when you deal with metaphoric art like what we dealing with here, as opposed to this kind of egotistical art where it's foundated because it's a dude standing up there who ain't getting tired just holding the shit forever.
I'm saying I've seen some Kobe Bryant tribute pictures that shows a lot of affection too. But
Okay,
I'm
now we
telling
going
you,
on the sidebar.
I'm just
Save
pointing
me
out.
somebody.
We
I'm
got a
just pointing
globe
out that
card,
the
starter
shit is
pack,
not real.
sidebars,
I'm just
excuses.
pointing out what's not real, and I want to point it out. It is a figure of imagination,
We know that.
and I understand what it's trying to project. But what I'm telling you is that it's not possible. That's just a wild guess. Yeah, I mean, even that picture,
Yeah,
that picture would even show more.
what we're saying is just to keep it moving, not to keep million, but it's kind of it's getting
It's
annoying.
getting redundant.
Yeah, what
Man.
we're saying, brother, is that we know that. We know it ain't possible. You're really not teaching none of us that when you tell us, hey guys, it's not possible for a tree to hold up the earth. We're like, yeah, brother, that's why it's beautiful art, brother. We really don't believe that this is what the fuck we live in. We don't
Man.
believe, like, damn it, you really think you're teaching us something? Neither do we believe that there's a dude really holding the earth in this image, but no one will argue about that because everyone on a panel be like, well, we expect niggas to know that this is just art, right? So what the fuck are we wasting time for now?
Man, like there's no scale that's big enough that could weigh the whole motherfucking earth or the cosmos. Like we know it's like crazy to think like. Come on.
Like we wasting time with this one here, King Rod. The other ones was some good arguments, but this one is stupid. You know, let's pass it around and see if we can mix it up. Who else on the panel that ain't been speaking or want a chance to build, man?
It's a lot of brothers that left. It's only like 5 of us.
Okay, cool. That means we ain't gotta wait too much to share the mic then if they want to get back in. Oh, it's actually people waiting to get on too so we can rotate. That's what's up. All right, so we can put the link back out too to other people that want to hop on.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah,
The
y'all
earth
go
is
ahead, man.
motherfucking slow, man. Y'all tripping. Y'all coming up with all these weird ass shits that don't even got nothing to do with that really what matter in life, man.
Hmm.
It's
That's
like
your
the
answer?
like
Wow,
no,
that's
no, I'm
horrible.
just
You're
saying
doing a
like
horrible
we got
job.
different weather in different parts of the world. That's my answer. You gotta be dumb as
Yeah.
hell to think that
Okay,
we
we
on a
got different
flat
weather.
fucking earth
So we
and we
got
got
different
different
weather.
from the light.
So
We
let me
got
let me
different
show
planets.
y'all.
Wake up at
Let, let
different
me let,
times. I got so many things on that
let
dumb
me show
shit.
y'all.
Different
Let me
We
show
got we
y'all.
wake
moons.
up at
Look,
different
let me show
times of the
y'all.
fucking day
Let me
because of
show
the
you. Right,
trajectory of the
right,
light.
right. Let me
But you
show
want to think
y'all.
we got if we all wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning sunrise, then you would have a fucking point.
Okay,
But you
got you.
sound dumb as hell if we
So look, this is how you prove the globe. How the hell if it's different weather we living on a flat earth? How the hell if you can see stars in the sky that we live on a flat earth? If it's clouds outside, how is the earth flat? If people driving cars, how is the earth flat? If you can fart, how is the earth flat? The fact that you get hungry prove it's a globe. Hey, the fact that we get thirsty prove that it's a globe, right? This is how they prove the globe. I'm not making this up. They point out shit that has no meaning to the argument to say how is the earth flat. The fact that niggas drink Gatorade, how is the earth flat? The fact that you can get cheese on your chili dog, and that's one of my favorites, prove we on the globe. The fact that you can blow up balloons with your mouth, how is the earth flat, y'all? The fact that women put on lipstick, how is the earth flat? That's how they prove the globe. Like, if you really listen, you'll see I'm not exaggerating. That's what he just did. The fact that the weather changed, how is the earth flat? The fact that birds chirp, how is the earth flat? The fact that fishes swim, you see where it's going. You see where this shit going.
And the fact that you could be in America and see the moon and be in Australia and not see the fucking moon or the fucking the North Pole, the star, yet the fucking Earth is not fucking flat. That shows us a fucking curvature, and you can't see the fucking star, the North Star. You can't see the motherfucker.
All right, let me
Because
show
you
you.
can see the bitch in
Let me show you how
America,
this
but you
works.
can't see the motherfucking
Got you.
Australia.
Got you.
Because you're not on a flat fucking globe.
Let me show you
Flat
something.
is looking like from an electronic football set and look fucking up. And it's only up, so you should be able to see everything. So that y'all dumbass can't see everything. It ain't no fucking clouds in the way because it's so fucking big. And I wish you put the picture up of the fucking moon and tell y'all dumbass you're not standing on the outside where you can look at aliens and shit walking all over it. Because then I will ask you,
What
do
the
you believe
hell we going with this?
do you think it's something on the moon? Because obviously it would have to be inside of just like we look at everything is circular. When we look at Mars, Venus, Neptune, all that shit, it's just like fucking Earth. So why the fuck would you be on something different? You have to be a fucking imbecile to think you're on a fucking frisbee when every fucking thing that you look at is a fucking circle.
Okay, so check this out, right? He looks up at the sun and moon and looks at the ground and say, well, the ground must shape like those two balls. He looks up at the clouds and say, son, we live on a cotton ball. He looks up at birds in the sky and say the earth shaped like a bird. He goes in a room and he looks up at a chandelier and thinks that the floor he's walking on shapes like the chandelier. He goes in a mosque and looks up at the dome ceiling and he says to himself, if I'm in a dome and I look up at a dome, Even though this flow flat, this flow must be a dome. He's a genius, y'all. Let's pass the mic around and see what others think. Others think nothing. Go ahead, King Rod. Hey, you know what I really want to do? I want to play some music. You need to dump. You need to dump that ashtray, man. Go ahead. We're gonna take a minute. Let you dump that. Go dump that,
I blew a couple ashes out my
brother.
ashtray,
Go
man.
dump
Fuck
that
it,
shit,
man. You
brother.
know.
Quit playing and go dump that shit, brother.
Hey, yeah, I blew it through ashes, but I showed niggas the truth, man. You see what I'm saying?
Brother, the truth is you need to go dump that shit right quick. We'll be right, but we waiting. Well, go dump that shit right quick. We waiting on you now.
I'm glad that I proved the point, and I showed you that you on some dumb shit like.
God damn, nigga, go dump your ashtray and come right back. I'm about to play a beat, man. It's all good.
All right, go ahead, rock it, bro, man.
He don't want to dump that shit, y'all.
Hey.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, I got your boys in silence.
That mean you'll smoke it. That ain't no joke.
I'm glad though, because y'all gotta understand reality. You know what I'm saying? Quit trying. It's good to think out the box. It's good to think that motherfucker's lying to you, but some shit you gotta believe. That's all. You ain't gotta go. I mean, it's some lies being told to you, and it's okay to be. You know, if you want to be a soul searcher, you know what I'm saying? Go for the truth. Do your science. So I agree with you. We are scientists. We are doing our science. So when they show me a white Jesus, I believe that Jesus had to be of color because of the demographics and things like that. So therefore, something is true. But then, you can't just believe in anything when it's impossible. I believe this thing is impossible, and with God, a lot of things are possible. So I do understand. I looked at the other picture that you had up. Yeah, the God do got the whole world in his hands. So I do understand that it'll be some type of thing that you can't mathematically figure out. You can't figure out everything in life.
In his hands.
Well, if that's the case, then he got a lot of germs on his hands because we got too much goddamn poisonous.
He got Syria, Nigeria in his hand. He got Florida and Georgia in his hand. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Sanchez, he got the coronavirus in his hands, man.
He got corona and bologna.
Let me get my asses up. Hey, y'all flat earthers.
He got killer asses
in his hand.
Hey, y'all remember Mike? Hey, the same shit y'all was doing. It's a dude named Mike, man. He went up on his own rocket in California. The nigga killed himself for some flat earth.
This nigga
you talking about the one
wait. Check this out, man. I ain't with the new beefing style where niggas die and we make fun of it. I don't think that's cool. We can talk about Mad Mike, but the way that energy came off, I felt that new rap vibe, how niggas get shot up and then they come out laughing at it like that. I don't want to really have that kind of energy. I don't know if they fake the man death or not, but I don't really want to. The approach you got, I want to point it out, shows that you coming from a real cold-hearted, bitter place, brother. It's okay that brother Sanchez agree with the ancient cosmology and not the modern one, and you agree with the modern one and not the ancient one. We can still be brothers and be cool. But the energy you got, bro, I just saw something just now, brother, but I'm going to let y'all brothers keep going, man.
Hey, man, what's going on, everybody? That was gangster. How you about that?
Hey, bro, is my mic working?
Look, hold on right quick. Let me see if mine working.
I guess that means that's a yes.
Listen right quick. Hey, Killer King Rod, you said some shit like, well, everything in what you looking at is round, so why the earth ain't round, right? Cool. Now, here's what I want to say. Also, they say we spinning, and ain't none of that shit spinning. So that's the question I can throw right back at you. Like, how the fuck we spinning, but the sun ain't spinning, the moon ain't spinning, and you see how like you this telling you that it could never be the same thing through the ideology you speaking from.
No, because
Bro, just let it
don't
go.
you
Just let.
understand things is spinning for you to be able to even see a green screen? Do you understand things is spinning for you to ever see any certain
Ah,
kind of trajectory?
we
Do
talking
you
about the
understand? Yeah,
dark
yeah,
side
it's
of the
things that's
moon.
spinning. So
Listen.
just like, since you didn't know, there are things that's spinning, that's trajecting light and surfing different directions.
No, I'm talking about the things we comparing the Earth to, such as the moon and sun.
I mean, but you
Shit.
getting graphics,
Hold
you
on,
How
getting
bro.
could
Stop,
you?
light.
stop.
How would
Listen,
you
listen,
determine if the
bro.
moon is spinning or not? Like it
Listen,
doesn't
because
have a
there's
stat.
a
It
dark
doesn't have a
side to
static surface. So how would you
So,
know if
so
it's
look,
spinning or
if
not?
we can't determine if the moon's spinning or not, then what the
I
hell
didn't
is
say
NASA
moon.
teaching?
I didn't say moon.
What
I
did
said
you say?
sun.
Repeat it. Repeat it.
I said, how can you tell the sun is spinning? It doesn't have a static surface.
Well, again, if you can't tell the sun is spinning, then NASA been lying the whole time, according to you.
No, I
You
said,
stay up
how
out
would you
of the
be able
panel, man.
to
I'm just trying
tell
to
it doesn't have a static surface? It's not like Jupiter where we can tell it's spinning because it has a static surface.
Would you be able to tell?
Yes, if it had a static surface, it doesn't.
and
So
So
how would
hold
you
can
on. That's
know?
so
Hey,
so
not.
look,
so
let me
so
fuck them
so
up right
listen,
here.
so
Look,
listen. So how can NASA tell then, Gary, if it don't have a static surface?
Tell what?
They're telling us everything you just asked. How can you tell if the sun is spinning? They telling you
We
that
don't
this.
know. Hold on.
Hold on, wait a minute.
wait,
Wait a
please
minute.
let me tell you.
They're telling you that the sun is spinning, but they're also giving you a speed and all of that. But you said they shouldn't be able to tell us that if it don't have a static surface. Go ahead, Gary.
shot itself in the foot. Look, check this out.
Yeah, he
Static
did. He
surface though.
did.
Peace to everybody, but the moon.
No,
When
he
you
didn't.
when you
No, he
look, hey,
didn't.
Hey, I'm
hold
gonna
on, bro.
blow my gun off.
There you go. When you look at the moon, when you think about the moon, when it comes to
It
spinning,
don't got a static surface. It's fucking
Hold on,
floating in the
Rod.
air
Hold
like a
on, Rod.
spinner.
Man, let them talk. Rod, don't do that. Go ahead. You gonna get it, K.
the man on the moon tattoo been around since before. I'm 31. I'm 32. According to today shit, and that man on the moon tattoo and picture and image and ideology been there. You don't never look at the moon and see a different surface face on that motherfucker. It's always that same man on the moon look, gray spots on that surface, bro. So
Yeah,
where's
that's because they say it's tidal locked. You don't know the explanation of
No,
why
it's
you only
not.
see one.
No. He's saying the
You
face of that moon is always the same. Don't ain't no
No, it
title
changed
nothing.
sometimes.
when
Sorry,
you
Well,
it
hold
when
on.
you
changed.
look at the moon,
If you're in the
when you
southern
look at the
hemisphere, hold
moon,
on,
He's
hold
talking about
on,
a
brother,
full
brother,
moon.
brother. If you in the southern hemisphere, it's upside down. So how does that work?
okay, so but what that
It's
don't prove
because
that
of
it's
viewpoint.
spinning though, brother. That's because you on the back side of the when you look at when you look at from a top view, the people that's behind something when it's spinning, it has a trajectory, it has its own circumnavigation. So if you behind that, yeah, you're gonna see it upside down because you're where you are geographically. But the point is just the fact that you see it reverse, you're still proving that the motherfucker not spinning.
No, it's not because it says it's tidal locked with us.
Exactly.
Nope,
I
It
nope.
know
You're
it's not,
moves.
dealing
bro.
with
So
It moves.
geographic
Hold on. What are you talking
definition.
about? No, it's not. Like I
Hey,
just sit
look,
here
big.
and
Never
watch in the
overestimate
broadcast
the
where Bro
intelligence of
Sanchez
globe
shows a
players.
picture of Valhalla and tries to make it represent the flat Earth.
Flat Earth, Gary. Listen, right quick. All right, you
That's
know how you
exactly
see the
what it
moon.
represents.
You know how you got the moon and the sun and the sky at the same time. We know this old and everything, right? But do you know on a globe, if the moon over here at nighttime on the other side of the globe, there should not be a moon. It would be impossible to see. You
Once
know
again, I
that?
don't
No,
know.
no. I'm
I'm
saying
not
just
understanding
answer
your
that first,
perspective. It
bro.
sounds a little off. You sound like
No,
you off, my brother.
I'm off. Okay, it's the moon over here, and it's 12 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock at night on the other side of the globe, but they
Hmm.
still have a full moon. And on the other side of the globe, we got the sun and the moon. How could I
Yeah.
see it? I would have to look through Earth.
I don't think you understand the way angles and wide views look, depending on where
No,
you're
I
sitting on the
understand it
planet.
on flat Earth. I understand it great on flat Earth,
You
not on
can't.
no globe.
Well,
No,
before
bro,
we
you
even
can't
get
look
in,
over those
hold on.
walls,
Before we
bro.
even get in with the flat Earth, can somebody please tell me before we go on how big is the flat Earth?
All right,
It's
hold on, wait a
infinite.
minute. Wait,
It's infinite. It don't end.
So you believe in actual infinite. So how do you?
Yeah.
Let me
So if
ask
you're going to
you
believe in an actual infinite, can you tell me how you solve the infinite regress problem?
okay, let me answer
First of
that.
all-
Let me answer that. Let me answer that. If
Okay,
he
bro.
want to ask us our proof for infinite flat Earth, he gonna have to
No, I
first.
didn't ask you for an infinite flat Earth. I said, how do you solve the problem of infinite regress?
We don't have that problem because we don't teach that our universe is in a
if you're
state of
making a-
regression. If
If
you
you're
want
making
to,
if you're making an argument
we
for
didn't create a
actual
brother.
if you're making
Everyone's
an argument for actual
okay,
infinites, you are.
this brother here is fucking gonna repeat himself. Go and repeat yourself again. Go ahead.
I'm just asking because if you're making an argument for actual infinites, then you get the problem of infinite regress. They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other.
Brother, no, you're
Infinite don't decline.
You're right. You're right. So it's a.
Do you understand what an infinite
So let me
regress is?
explain to somebody right now what's going on. Chill out a minute, brother. The definition of regress, guys, is to return to a. Hey, can everybody mute up a minute, man? I don't want to have to boot you. Come on, mute up now. So the definition of regress, is to return to a former or less developed state. And in the ancient cosmology, it has a concept of infinity that excludes the theory of any theories of regression. You can have a concept of infinity and a nature of infinity, which no human can really grasp it. You can only conceptualize it. And in the ancient conception of the infinite universe that houses all things, there was no flaws to it or regressive state to it or any theories attached to their conception that would introduce it going through or returning to a less developed state, because they teach that it started perfect and it don't regress. It maintains its perfection throughout its expansion. So there's many ways you can interpret how this expansion works. If someone say, hey, as the universe expands, it regresses, that's their theory. If I say no, I think that when the universe expands, it actually maintains the same perfection it started with, then that can be my conception. The moment Gary says to me, yours is wrong and mine's wrong and mine's is right, he's telling me I understand infinity more than you. When that is a bold statement. I think the only thing all of us can do when we talk about infinity with our little finite brains is conceptualize and be fucking humble, which I'm doing, and I'll pass the mic.
First of all, I would say infinite is a concept. It doesn't actually exist in reality.
Right. I just gave you my concept. Mine don't require regression. My concept of infinity don't require regression. Yours do.
Let me ask you this. There's three forms of infinite. Which one are you aspiring to?
All right, let me answer you right now. Put it this way. If I had 10 different people from different cultures right now, and I told them, explain to me your cultural viewpoint of eternal, infinity, or endless, each one would have a different word for it. Some of them would probably have deities to explain it, and everybody would have their own conception to try to explain infinity, and all of it will be very beautiful and enlightenment and informative, but it'll be the same. It all will be true. It'll just be different person's conception of how they think infinity plays out over the time span of infinity.
Which one are you using?
The one that I'm using is very unique to ancient cosmology and flat earth. And I don't subscribe to any of the categorical boxes that they place the conceptions of infinity in. Mine is in a box of its own. I'm introducing a fourth box all of itself. There's more than those three options because there's more than three minds that has more than three conceptions of infinity. But go ahead,
you have a fourth conception of infinity? Because the three I know is
I can name you 10 different conceptions of it right now, just freestyling.
I'm going to give you the three that I'm aware of, and you can tell me the ones I don't know. How's that
go
sound?
ahead. Go ahead. Sure.
Okay, so there's something that begins to exist that exists all the way throughout time, but it's not. It didn't. It has a starting point, and then it goes on forever.
That's one.
Okay, and then there's something that exists outside of time. It's not affected by time at all. Time just kind of goes right by. And then there's something that exists completely throughout time, from the beginning to the end. Those are the three conceptions. You have, what, 10 more? Or, I'm sorry, 7 more. I would like to hear
I'll give you another one right now. What about something that exists and none exists at the same time throughout all time?
That's timeless. I already named that one.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said something that exists. I said
hold
something
on,
that
wait a
exists.
minute. Wait,
outside of time.
You're
That's
making
the
this
second one I
hard.
mentioned.
Please, brother, shut a mic and calm down.
I am. That's the second one I mentioned, though. I already named that one. Do you have another one?
Brother. You pointing out a starting point, though.
No, that's the first one.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna allow you to go back through them again, just for clarity. How about that?
Okay. The first one is something that begins to exist that continues throughout time. It wasn't there at the beginning, but it started to exist, and now it exists eternally, forever, in one direction, into the future. Mm-hmm. Then there's one that's outside of time. It's timeless. Time doesn't affect it, forwards or backwards. And then there's something that exists throughout time, from the beginning to the end. Those are the three concepts of time. Now look, you named number 2. Do you have 7 more that you said you know of?
What I'm telling you, I can sit here and variate those patterns forever and give you different ones. I'm going to give you one now. You can even come up with variations of something and something that is nothing as well that exists and don't exist. So each time you spoke, you said, hold on. If every time I talk, you cut me off, this ain't going to work, Gary. Now, every time you spoke, you said something that existed before time, outside of time, or something that did this, something that did this. You never said nothing that did this or nothing that did that. We could start looking at the polar opposite of that whole thing and create another 3, just replacing the word something with nothing. Only thing I'm saying is just because man created the different umbrellas of the combinations of how the universe can govern itself within the laws of infinity, don't mean you can't add other options. I just showed you how. Only a fool would argue with me. Just that alone, and I can go more.
Nothing is a thing. Nothing is a no
right
thing.
Or not, but it still exists though. So
what it doesn't.
Okay, so check this out. Here's what I'm saying. If you have something called no thing or new thing, and you have old things, then there you go. So it's a cycle, brother. If you have, listen, hold on. Here's what I'm telling you. If I go away right now, if they put me in a casket and you come back and open it up and ain't nothing there, people will be like, yo, what's in the casket? They'll be like, nothing. But really, it's a new thing now. It's something that I transform into. It's the essence. My spirit is there in that spot. It's a new thing. Now, this is an advance.
There's not a nothing in there.
Right. That's what I'm telling you. So listen, what I'm telling you is this now with that concept. If every time you speak about something, that something had to start. So what I'm telling you is this. It started from what we call nothing. Don't mean that it was emptiness there. It just means we can't perceive what was before this great reality. Our minds is a barrier there which says we can't know what everybody say, well, you can't outsmart the creator, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this, brother, we having an advanced conversation here, so I want you to listen to what I'm saying carefully, and you'll
listening.
see where I'm going with it. Go ahead, interject.
Yeah, I heard you. You said that you think you can get something from nothing. That's amazing.
It's called Alpha and Omega, man. No beginning, no ending, man. There's no beginning to
Yeah,
this
that's
shit. It
called
always
timeless. I
was.
already said that.
Listen,
That's
man,
the
hold on,
second.
man. Left jab, bro.
But you
Quit
still
doing that,
got
bro.
other alternatives, though. Well, go ahead.
It's Alpha and Omega, no beginning, no ending. It always is, always will be. What
So
part
that's
is it?
either
Part
the
of it? Man, stop,
right.
man. Left jab. Why do you keep doing that, bro?
Yeah, I already mentioned both of
Man,
these.
that's a
Get all
mic
that,
drop,
bro.
man. That's
You
a mic.
trying
That's
to
a mic
Hey,
steer
drop.
hold
me
up. Hey,
somewhere
you
else,
know what
bro.
it is, Drop? Let me tell you where his problem is. He want to hold us in a circular argument just so he can say that everyone's conception falls under one of his little pretty little umbrellas. Okay, Gary, we'll let you have your argument point. Every
Bro,
time,
I'm
hold
waiting
on,
for you to give me
if
7.
you'll stop, please. Let me stop you from talking till I finish, please. We'll prove you right for the sake of time. There's no other way you can explain or conceive the universe outside of them 3 little umbrellas Gary said. So every time somebody talk, he gonna tell you which umbrella it said. He gonna do that the rest of the damn show because he's so mad right now that we ain't respecting his 3 little umbrellas. Now, when I go and order my drinks at the bar, I don't order no shit with umbrellas in it because I'm a man, goddammit. I order some shit on the rocks. I don't deal with fruited drinks that got 3 umbrellas and shit in it. This man loved them 3 umbrellas. Let's give it to him. Gary, you win, and I swear I'm not being funny. You're right, brother. Anytime somebody speak or get a conception of the universe, it's fall under one of your pretty little umbrellas. You right, I was wrong, Gary. I was wrong, Gary, and you're right. Now, can we move on? And I can't give you all them options that I said, Gary. I lied about that because you was right and I was wrong, and you won that argument. Now, can we move on, brother?
Sure. I mean, you said you was talking out your ass, so yeah, we can move on.
Right. There you go.
Goldberg again.
Man, can I chime in? Can I chime in real quick? I know you said
Goldberg wins again.
I know you said kill the argument, but Gary said you can't get nothing. You can't get something from nothing. But that ain't right because you wouldn't be talking to us if your device wasn't using something and nothing, which is 0 and 1. That's the binary code.
Nothing,
and to even get 1 and to even get to 1, you gotta have 0.
He could be talking to you for a multiple of reasons. That does not make you right. You got to catch a nigga right at the beginning with some shit in they drawers. Nigga, you could talk to anybody, so you're not right.
I'm saying the device he uses
Hey,
uses
back a little bit, Killer King.
I'm saying
Of who he know.
I'm saying the device you talking on is using.
But you make no sense. He could be talking to a bum on the corner, my nigga.
Bro, listen,
it don't make sense in reality. Next,
bro, but you have but you're using a phone that uses a processor, which uses a system of 0 and 1s, which is something and nothing.
That's a small population ideology. You using us. Listen, you understand where you coming from. You using a small population's ideology. So your little shit is not taught. It's something that's supposed to be learned, but you have a big high side in the maybe you be wrong.
Bro, what number does
when your numbers is looking bad, you really got too much to fucking stand on.
Hey, King Rod, back a little. We can't see your whole. Yeah, push your cam back a little. Go ahead, everybody.
Bro, how do you even get to 1 without 0, bro? What do you mean my whole numbers? That means everybody number system fucked up if mine fucked up because you can't get to 1 without nothing. You gotta have nothing first. Then 1 comes into play. So what are you saying?
0 is like the birth. The thing is that 0 is not that 0 is not nothing. The 0 is everything,
right?
Everything,
but it's also built on a
paradox, man. We're not getting the paradox.
But it's still the beginning. I mean, we're not gonna get nowhere with that. But as me being right on most shit I'm talking about, let me let you know 0 is also a beginning. And a beginning
for the globe earthers.
You go to a circle or a donut or a fucking planet that's fucking spinning.
This is unbelievable, man.
Hey, look, K, listen, just let everybody go in before you come in. At least give them like a minute. But look, Me and Killer King Rod had these conversations every morning. So like, it's it's funny. But listen, I would like to explain manifestation then. If you see what I'm saying? But never mind that part. I would like you to explain the most high if nothing can't come from nothing. You understand? So when I tell you it always been and it always was, why you can't give your God that power? Why he can't make it always been and always will and never end, Alpha and Omega? Why it
Thank
has
you.
to be something else? Because mind you, this the Almighty.
Thank you.
Never mind
Tell
that
that
part.
nigga, G. Get
Go
that
ahead.
nigga that sauce.
But the fact is, it's gonna be over one day, nigga.
Hold on.
This
Let me
shit
ask you
ain't
something.
No,
forever. It ain't
Can I ask
about
you
you,
something?
nigga.
It's a
Hey,
damn
look,
shame
it's
that
like
niggas are
with
that
all
weak.
powers
No,
combined,
it's a
we
damn
are
shame
the
that you niggas are
Transformers.
that
But this ain't
small-minded that
about
you
you. This
can't
shit
give
gonna
your
be over,
God the
bro.
power
Hold
that you
on,
say he
okay, let
got.
him go, man.
Yeah, let me ask Sir Drop a question. If you saying it comes from the Almighty or the Most High, is the Most High nothing?
The Most High is everything. Nothing from
But
nothing.
he's
Had to
not
do
nothing,
something.
right? So we can
Listen.
say it came
Hold
from
on. Let me
something.
say
It
it
didn't come
again
from
for
nothing,
you,
right?
Gary. Hey, hold on. Let it process, cause I don't think you listen.
No, I don't think you
Listen.
processed.
Okay. Well,
Wait.
listen
Is
right
this the
quick,
Gary
man.
I
Just
think
shut
it
the
is?
fuck up and listen, bro.
Yeah, this
I mean,
Mr.
mind, bro.
Believe in
Just stop.
Evolution.
Hold on. Let me answer Gary,
Where this
man. It's a
nigga Gary? Where
one-liner,
y'all
bro.
find this nigga at?
Let him
Boom. It's a
go.
Let me get it
one-liner
after
for
you, God.
Gary, though. You got it,
Why we
Quentin.
letting all of this, you know what I'm saying, lack of decorum come out? Like
I
we
have
All
been
right,
no
cool,
idea.
man. Let me answer Gary, and y'all got it. Boom. Say Alpha, Omega.
Mm-hmm.
No beginning, no end.
Mm-hmm.
That makes up the Most High. Say it with me one more time, because I don't understand what you saying after that. If you say
That's
something
not
after that,
nothing, right? Right? The Most High is not
All right,
nothing, right?
you
let me answer
retarded,
his
Gary.
question. Let
Okay,
me
that's
answer
what I
his
thought you was
question.
gonna say.
Let me answer his question. Let me answer his question. What you're calling the Most High is just for lack of better words, because we can get into the most low and we can get into all that good stuff. But let's just talk about it. The creator of it all. Is it nothingness? No. It's a placeholder. It's potential. For example, if you look at if I'm holding a bucket in my
Yeah,
hand,
you can get on, bro.
I'm wondering if we can ever build without interrupting one another. Let me see if I can finish this with no interruptions. So, like I was saying, Gary, if I'm holding an empty bucket, you say nothing is in the bucket. Well, we know air is inside of the bucket, but we equate it to that the bucket has no sustenance. I didn't intend to fill it with air. That's by default. Until I fill it with what I really want to fill it with, whether it be pebbles or sand or water, the universe gonna automatically fill it with air. But it's never our intention to buy a bucket to fill it with air. You don't buy a bucket and say, hey man, why you bought that bucket? Just to keep some air in it. So we count the air as emptiness, even though the air is filling the bucket. Likewise, we say the creator is emptiness, even though the creator is permeating and holding the creation. The creation sits within the creator like the air sits within that bucket, but yet we point at the bucket and say it's empty when the creator is all around us. You're inhaling it, but you can't see it, but the bucket ain't empty. It's filled with the stuff that keep you alive. Now, if you want to take that and equate it to the ancient concept of universe, they taught that everything was filled with something needed and of sustenance. Therefore, there's no such thing as emptiness, even though there's a such thing as space. I have space in my house, but the space is filled. And even if I take everything out of the space, the house ain't empty because, again, it's filled with air. But there you go.
Same concept of that real quick. Can I just say this on what you just said, Brother Sanchez? I've been waiting to say this. When you said that, this is a good way to put it to him. When you think of air, which is nothingness, right? We agree that air is nothingness. Inside of air, there's something
I
inside
don't
of
agree with
I
that.
don't agree. Yeah, I don't agree.
Yeah, I
Air is
don't
nothing.
agree with that one. But yeah, go ahead.
agree. Finish before you disagree, rudeness. Hold on. All I'm saying is that there's a proton, a neutron, and an electron inside of that air. That creates hydrogen, correct?
If you want to go by modern quantum theory, okay, yeah, we know you go.
I'm just trying to give a concept to the
Yeah, there you
gentleman.
go. We'll take it. Go ahead.
Not the nothingness. I'm just trying to give a concept to try to put
But
him in
that's
right.
something though. Just before you
Yeah.
keep going, that's something
But
though.
you said, okay. You wanna argue, sweetheart? Let me just talk
No,
right
he's
quick.
actually right though, sis. It is would be something, but go ahead. You can talk. Go ahead.
It's something exactly that. That's why if I was allowed to finish, I can elaborate. What I'm saying is that nothing that anybody would say is nothing. The air that you're saying when you take everything out the house is empty. It's all air. Yes, it is all air, but within that air, there is something that supposedly exists, if you want to say that. That would be the proton, the electron, and the neutron. In the same sense of that, where we say that's nothing, it's considered something because there are certain reactive chemicals in those particular things, supposedly, right? If you want to look at that concept of nothing going to something. So that's a starting point, the air. The air, once that air doubles with the two protons, two neutrons, two electrons, then it goes into another entity. I believe it's the oxygen's next. Then it goes to copper. It just keeps doubling. So that nothing can be multiple things, is all I was trying to give a concept of. If you want to talk about nothing is nothing. So it can be multiple things. It could be copper, it could be gold, it could be zinc, it could be silver. All these things are different amounts of so-called
Yeah,
protons, electrons that double up. I was just trying to say as a concept for that gentleman to get the idea.
yeah. So he's so Gary. Just to sum up everything, like the bucket, if it has nothing in it, is always holding air. That nothing is a placeholder. It is something. What it is something we call potential. So that bucket has the potential for sand, liquid. We can put snow in it. We can fill it with Kool-Aid, whatever we want. But if nothing is in it, what is in it is potential. Is always something in it. What we call it nothing is potential. In the darkness of your mind, you say, what are you thinking about? Nothing. What are you thinking about is darkness. You do see something. It's black. That's something, but we say it's nothingness. But within that, you can have a thought and a new idea. So that's potential.
Let's keep it more basic than that. Hold on. Let's keep it real basic with the bucket, right? You say there's nothing in the bucket. It's a fucking bucket. So there is something. So when they say there's nothing new under the sun, let me give you the 0 point. When you count to 10 with your fingers, you count 10 fingers. But the 0 point is your hands counting it. The 0 point is what's manifesting it. This is where you get the word manifestation. All right, cool. Now, matter of fact, I'm gonna just pass the mic because
Yeah, let me say something real quick,
common
Drop.
sense, man. I don't even understand how they're not getting this.
Drop on some. Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. So
Hold
what's
on. Well,
going on?
hold on. Let me tie the hands together.
Go
No,
ahead.
I'm talking
You
about
count
the talking style. I'm fucking with it. How you do
Oh,
like
my
this, then you
bad.
do like this, then you come back down, then you go back up. That's that G-force shit right there.
Nah,
That's how they
listen,
fly
my
that.
bad.
But go
I
ahead.
got
Nah,
a
you
question
good.
for the globe. I got a question for the globe, for all my globes on the panel. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all believe in satellites, right? We can agree on that. Y'all believe in satellites.
Yeah, they
So
believe.
so I looked this up, right? I said, where are the satellites found at? In the atmosphere. And it said it's found in the thermosphere and the exosphere. So then I said, what temperatures of that part of the atmosphere that they found at, what's the temperatures of it? So the thermosphere, it ranges to 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And then the exosphere, I believe, is like 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. So then I was like, these satellites, what are they made out of? It's made out of titanium and aluminum. So I'm like, well, these particular elements, they can't withstand these type of temperatures without breaking down. So my question to the Globers is, if y'all believe in satellites, how is that possible? And I mute from there.
Satellites do break down. They actually go out of service. So yeah.
No, I'm asking, how is it that these satellites are sitting in these temperatures and they just, I mean, they would just break down to is it would just break down like
they do
that type
break
of
down.
heat.
That's why
That type of heat. What I'm
The
saying is
answer is
that
simply of what they made out of.
yeah, they're not going to last forever. They just last for as long as we need them to.
Bro,
Then they
satellites
replace.
do not exist. At all. I went to IT school. There is no device on the face of the
But
planet
listen,
that is tracked by a satellite device.
let me
Hey,
spar with him
wait,
just
wait,
for a
wait, wait,
second.
wait,
Let me
wait.
So
spar with him
that
just
wouldn't
for a
make sense.
second.
How do you have
GPS is
GPS?
triangulation.
Satellites are
Satellites don't even exist, bro.
Let me
All of
spar
that.
with him for a
hard.
second.
I think the brother
Listen,
said they
Facts.
last
That
as
is
long
facts.
as
I'm
you
gonna
as
ask these
y'all
brothers
need
too.
them to.
now there you go. You piggyback what I was about to say. He said they last as long as we need them to. So I'm like, so these shits would be falling out the sky. If you can look this up, if something is 45 degrees, 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you look up the temperatures that aluminum and all this stuff break down, it's well below. It's like 1,200. I mean, it would literally melt. It would break down to just ash. It would melt. So that don't even really make sense if you saying they last for as long as they need to. Then them shits, they'll be boosting them bitches up there every other day because y'all say
That's
that
what
we
I was
need
just
those to
gonna
get
say. They could be
satellite
sending them
Right.
to
up
use our
every
cell
day.
phones.
By hundreds at a time, if that's the
Hundreds at a
case.
time. Cause soon as
Wait
that
a
bitch
minute.
soon as that
Now,
bitch
now,
hit the top temperature, it's gonna take a quick shot and then drop to the floor. They gonna have to keep
so
sending them bitches up there to
Wait a
keep.
minute.
so
Come on, man. That
Hold
shit
so
gonna
on.
last thing,
Hold on. Are
gentlemen, I'm
you
gonna let
thinking?
y'all build. Last
Hold
thing,
on.
and I'm
Hold on.
sorry.
Are you thinking that they're going to melt up there? You understand it's cold in space, right? There's no heat.
Right. But when you break
No,
into
no,
the
no.
atmosphere, it causes friction and
There
that
you
heats
go.
things
There you
up.
go. See, he jumping all the
Yeah,
way in space. No, I'm
when
talking
they
about
hold on. But when they launch
I'm
them into
talking,
orbit, they're in a rocket.
nah,
They
bro.
literally peel apart, and those are the
Man, ain't
heat
nobody
shields
talking about that,
breaking
Brother, you
away.
not, brother. Hold on, let me say this, brother. You not understanding. What I'm telling you is they even depict this stuff in movies. When you see the satellite, that shit is floating around, bouncing signals off other satellites. And I'm telling you the information that they're giving us on satellites is saying that they're sitting or they up there rotating or spinning around up there in these elements, in this temperature.
I'm
It don't
They're
saying
make
it
either
I'm
ain't no
saying ain't no
geostationary or
I'm saying ain't no
hold on. They're
satellites
either
at
right.
all,
most.
Fact,
bro.
Hold on.
fact.
Either
Ain't
the
no
station,
satellite.
either the satellite is in
Ain't
geosynchronous
no
orbit or
satellite.
geostationary orbit. It depends
Ain't
on
no
which one you're talking about.
No,
geostationary
no,
satellite,
no,
Yeah, you
nothing.
ain't
bro.
gotta go that deep. Just look it up. You can
Have
look it up
y'all
in
heard
three,
of
four different
satellite
No
phones?
sources.
satellites, man.
It's
That gotta
called
be
wind tower.
serious.
It's called wind
Uh-uh.
towers, not
No,
satellites.
yo, have y'all heard of satellite phones?
Yeah.
Man, I
It's
wouldn't
that
care
still
what they
uses cell
call
phone
that shit,
towers,
man.
bro.
It ain't nothing floating
But
up there that
Yo,
they
It
yo,
still
can't
hold
use
on,
cell
hold
control.
on,
phone
hold on.
towers.
Wait, because y'all not listening. Yo, in the military, they use satellite phones. When you in the middle of nowhere, you don't have no cell towers nowhere, you use satellite phones. That's how you make calls
No,
in the middle of nowhere.
no, they use a
correct.
military grade dish that's somewhere in the desert that can power through
There
shit
you
Bro,
because
go.
there
ain't
is
nothing
no
There you
out
go.
there
satellite.
No, no,
moving,
yo,
Let me
bro.
what
tell
are you
you how
talking about? Some
crazy that
military
is,
grade?
right?
Powering
Hold
off of a
on.
satellite, you
Hey, look,
fucking
you know
idiot.
Yo,
what's gonna happen,
there's
man?
no
I'm gonna have to
Oh
military
my
reduce the
grade
God,
dish
panel
bro.
in the
amount.
middle.
I'm
There's
gonna
no
have
Gotta
to
military
be
grade
probably
dish.
fucking
reduce the
Cut this
retarded,
shit.
amount of
man.
people. Yeah,
Cut this shit.
that's
I
what
used to
the
do
problem is.
comms for the Navy. I used to do military comms, yo.
Dara, you
What's
got to
going
learn to
on, nigga?
respect the host, man. I know you making your point, but you made it. Everybody got to start having a little bit more control, man. Because you can't really hear nobody. It sounds like when you walk in a football game, how the audience be. So kind of try to go one at a time, man. Kind of getting crazy.
My bad. I'm just saying, dude said it wasn't a satellite, and I know for a fact it's satellites.
Have you seen the satellite?
So how do you make a phone call when the cell towers go down?
Because like I said, it's a military grade dish
Oh no. Hey, bro, don't
somewhere in
let
the
him
desert.
dance from it. Ask him again. Have you seen a satellite?
Right.
A military grade dish in the desert that does what?
Bro, have
Rick,
you seen a fucking satellite, bro?
right on, drop.
See, and then y'all do that dancing.
Okay,
Whoa,
so
we'll
drop.
explain this,
So
that, and
drop. Of
fuck all
course,
that.
drop. Of course, I haven't seen a satellite, but I have
All
connected
right,
to a
there you go
satellite.
then. There you go.
No,
I
you
have.
you
Hold on.
connected to a server.
Hold on. I have made satellite connections from one satellite to another satellite while the ship was moving through the Atlantic Ocean. I have done that before.
That's not a satellite. That's a frequency wave, and that's the same thing the military
No,
uses.
hold on, wait. It's not a
Thank
frequency
you.
wave, sweetheart. It's a
Yes, it is.
satellite using logic. No, it's not. Cut it out, yo. I know frequency wave, bro. I know all of this. I know about
We're
all.
on one right now.
All of
What do
this.
you mean? That's how we're talking is frequency waves. So you have to have a relay spot to even get my signal. So yes, it is. What are you
You
saying?
have. Oh
The
my.
frequency wave, and
You're talking about the mode. You're talking about okay. Before we have to use a wave to get there. I'm talking about once we get there, though. It's a satellite we're connecting to using your
Right.
longitude, latitude.
And
There's a
it
connection
bounces
in
the
the
wave
sky.
back.
satellite, but it's not a satellite. It is a frequency radio. You can keep arguing it and saying it if you want to, dear, but it is a frequency radio. The radio.
So what is emitting that frequency?
You talk. Let me finish real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Different frequencies, right? If they don't want the ops or someone else to hear what they're talking about in secrecy, they have different frequencies on these radios. They switch it. There's an actual little knob on it, and they switch the frequency. They know which one to get on for secret conversations. The same thing as if you're on a three-way phone call and you can like click over. It's a different technology because it's military grade. But there are
Yeah, but what's the range on these?
No.
Mhm. That's not all satellite. Some of that's just okay. Bro,
I
bro,
say refraction.
bro,
Answer
Galaxies
that,
at, man?
Gary.
bro. Hold on.
All of it.
All you got to do is read what it says at the bottom of the picture.
Hey, hold on before y'all start talking. Everybody in the chat is saying the whole while I was talking, my mic was muted. My bad. Everything I just said, they didn't even hear the shit. So I'll say it
Okay.
again in 10 seconds. Guys, basically what I was telling them the whole time was these are the pictures we get of Earth. Ain't no satellites in these. But this is what they telling us the satellite network look like. They give us this, but when you see the astronauts in space, not only don't you see satellites, you don't see stars either. And if it's so many stars in the sky and so many satellites in the sky, then every time we see pictures of space or the Earth, we should at least have at least one satellite. Really should be thousands, but I'm being very nice. Just one satellite. Pictures of the ISS. No satellites passing by the window in the background. Should be crashing into the thing. Should be debris. You know, if you want to go by these images. That's what I was pointing out. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
And
Okay.
deal with that,
Bro,
Gary. Deal
yeah,
with
the
that,
answer to your
Gary.
question on seeing satellites, if you read at the bottom of your picture, it says size of debris exaggerated as comparison to the Earth.
Yeah, this is the same images we get from the
Thank you.
That
government.
means they
NASA.
exaggerated the size of the satellites. They're not that big. They would be like golf balls in the ocean.
But yet people saying they can see the ISS from Earth, but we can't see it, y'all.
You can see it. It
Think
just looks
about
like a
this.
little
Think
light.
about
But
this.
you
Let me-
can't
let-
see the
let me show
satellite,
y'all- Let me
though.
show y'all.
What you mean a little light, my
Let
brother?
me show y'all. Let me show y'all how he wrong, right? Now, some of these satellites are just as big and as the ISS. Some of them are small. They range in sizes. But they say you can see the ISS from the ground on Earth. But yet, when you go out there to space, like these pictures, they left. They should be closer to these satellites. Now they don't see them. If they saying you can see this shit from the ground on Earth, clearly if we going up there where it's at in space to shoot this picture, we should see more, and they should be getting bigger and bigger. So you're working against yourself with this one, if you ask me. But go ahead.
Bro, it would be like asking me, can I see a Honda Accord from 50,000 feet?
Yeah, so you debunking what all the globalists say when they say they
No,
see
you
the
will see a
ISS.
speck
No,
on the
when
ground.
all of these globalists say you can see the ISS from the ground, what are the stupid flat earthers talking about? If you can't see a Hyundai from the distance you just said, all of them lying. They damn sure can't see the ISS from the ground. That's way further. That's what I'm saying, Gary. You keep killing yourself. Boom, finish him. You just slaying yourself. It's like that dude on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker who loaded up with all them guns and he went to shooting
This dude
himself.
keep muting me every time I respond.
Yeah, because I'm gonna wait till I finish.
You just
and
talked
then
for
I'm
5
gonna
minutes
unmute
straight.
you. Guess what, man? I'm muting you again. Because I ain't agreeing with talking over each other. Anytime I'm talking, I'm muting everybody. When I stop, I'm gonna mute myself and let y'all talk. That's how I do it. Now you can go.
Bro, you just talk for 5 minutes straight. Every time somebody responds to you, you instantly jump in when they're.
Bro, it's his show, bro.
All right, let's this is what we're gonna do. I'll host it. I got it. Let's go ahead and boot him off the panel. Because if he's gonna complain about speaking, then get the floor to do more complaining, he wasting our time. If you want the mic, get it and start teaching when it's given to you. Instead of getting it and complain about what I'm doing on my shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's let the next man go who wanna teach.
Quick question: if their satellites are in the air or space or wherever they're saying they at, for the sir that's questioning this, why is it the airplanes have their beacons on the bottom of the plane? If the satellite was in the air, the beacon would need to be on the top of the airplane so that they could connect to it to know which directions they're going, so on and so forth. This is what they supposedly use the satellite for as well. But if that's the case, why do they have the beacons on the bottom of the plane so that the notification is received from the ground?